Welcome to episode 4.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Random Nades Podcast.
You know, episode 4, take 2.
Oh, yeah. So, we did this yesterday.
We literally did this on Sunday.
And
so what ended up happening was I didn't have enough memory on the computer because I had downloaded a stream from a previous day. So that was a 3-hour video. We tried to record another 2-hour video, and my computer was like, that's simply too much. So not only did it say, hey, you need to stop, it just completely corrupted the file. So now we're doing this over again. And I'm sure
4.2.
I'm sure I'm going to be just as energetic and exciting as last time.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, you know what? At least I'm not as sick as I was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Even you called it out on that stream, on that podcast. You're like, yo, are you all right? Because I just kept going, oh.
You're rubbing your face and yawning and shit. I'm like, Matt's struggling.
Yeah, I was struggle city for sure. So, today's podcast, we're going to focus on...
So yesterday's podcast, we focused on...
I think we wanted to start talking about the alpha last time because that was this weekend.
Yes.
And I imagine it's ending. I imagine it's ending today.
No, dude, I tried to play it last night and it was already over.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Sometime on Sunday they shut it down.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what time it was, but sometime on Sunday afternoon, shut it down. Cause what time? Yeah, I got home at 7.
Okay.
Our time. And yeah, it was already down. I tried to load it up. Said servers were offline. Went on Twitter, saw the thing say it was off, and I was like, "Oh shit, that kind of sucks."
Why don't you tell the people a little bit about how your alpha experience was like? I'm gonna try to fix that because it looks a little blurry.
Okay. Yeah. So you unplugged something.
I just unplugged my laptop.
Okay.
Just tell them about your thoughts there.
Yeah. Yeah. They released a 2v2. Initial thoughts. Modern Warfare seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. I thought it was going to be a little bit slower than it ended up being in the alpha testing. So whether that stays true to the rest of the to the beta and when launch day comes, we don't know. But yeah, it was a lot faster than I actually thought it was going to be, judging from the trailers and stuff. I was like,
as in the pace of the game?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be very campy, very AR heavy, and I'm a submachine gun player at heart. So I'm a submachine gun sniper.
That's not a bad thing to guess because I mean, when they had all the popular streamers come and do that multiplayer reveal, they had so many that were from Siege, common Siege streamers.
Yeah.
So I kind of had that guess too, where I was like, "Hey,
son of a,
this might be a very slow-paced game," or I mean, there is some aspects of Siege in it. You obviously see the leaning.
The lean is I thought the lean was gonna you were gonna be able to do it like Siege, where you could just walk around and then lean, but you can only do it around corners, and you have to be stuck there.
So I saw you can.
I don't mind that at all.
I saw you can mount on
ledges.
On ledges.
Yeah, and then you can mount the corner.
Yeah, they're both options when you were either against a wall or a ledge. They called it mount. Mm-hmm. And if you're by a wall, you just leaned over. Yeah. And if you're on a ledge, then you propped your gun on the ledge so you were more stable.
Yeah.
So I mean, I imagine those will be handy in S&D.
I don't know, man. I didn't use it ever.
There was a couple guys who really screwed me over. Is
it harder to see them? Because I didn't run into anybody that did it.
It was a little bit hard to see, I would say. They're not.
Okay. They're not as obvious as a.
Not as obvious
body.
as a body.
Yeah.
Just hiding, just peeking a wall.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit. That's the only game mode I see that being useful at all, or the first couple minutes of a TDM.
If you're the guy sitting in hill and hardpoint or some shit, and there's one spot you have to watch. But even still, you're not even going to want to peek your body.
No.
I mean, you don't die really quickly, but there's certain guns that can definitely kill you faster than you can like unmount.
Forget the guns. COD players are more notorious for fucking clearing a room with a grenade or a flashbang before they even go in.
Yeah.
So like you could be mounted behind a wall.
Flashbang comes in.
Guy throws a flashbang and a nade and you die. What's the point of you mounting anyways?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I had the feature enabled still. Like I told you, I was going to disable it the minute I realized you could.
Yeah.
So I went through and there was an option to disable it. But the way you go into it, I didn't know what it was going to be like.
Yeah.
Like the way you actually toggle it, and it only happens when you're ADS by a wall, and then you have to hit melee while you're ADS. So like,
it's a little awkward.
yeah. So like, I never do that button sequence naturally.
No.
Like I would never aim at a wall and then melee for no reason. Like if I'm meleeing, I'm never aimed down.
No, usually because somebody runs up to you, you get off.
Yeah, I would
ADS
stop aiming and then hit. So.
That's just my neighbor.
Oh my god, dude.
Doing P90X again. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. We only got to play gun game or
Thursday night. Oh,
the game mode. What was it called? Gunfight.
2v2 gunfight.
2v2 gunfight, and I mean, I saw that on the first reveal stream, and it looked like a lot of fun. We played it on Friday and Saturday, and you know what, man? I had actually good time with that game mode.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a lot of fun. We didn't talk about this at all before. This just popped in my mind. The game mode's called 2v2 gunfight. Think there's a potential there might be like 4v4 gunfight or like 3v3 gunfight?
Well, I imagine
1v1?
I imagine the gunfight is just
you spawning in with
random loadouts.
Yeah.
And all players have the same loadout.
I know, but the fact that they specified the 2v2 gunfight,
yeah.
You think that there may be hinting that there might be...
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 4v4. I would not expect it to go further than that, though.
No, well, no.
Especially if
they use those maps.
Yeah, especially if those maps are the only maps that they're using for gunfight.
5 or 6 guys, like, what the fuck?
They're literally like the size of like a classroom, those maps.
Yeah, they're small.
They're very
it's
small.
Phone booth fighting, for sure.
So, yeah, I'd imagine maybe 4v4, because, like, those maps, they look like they're designed for 2v2, because literally you spawn...
There's only like 2 ways to go.
There's 2 walls where people spawn on either end of the map. So like unless they double stack those, because the walls are wide enough. Yeah. So maybe they'll go 2, 2, and 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And that's how you have your 4v4. But yeah. Favorite gun out of from gunfight?
MK2.
MK2, yeah.
MK2, dude. I almost said MKB. I don't know why. My brain keeps thinking it's a B.
I don't know.
I always think it's an MKB.
But MK2,
that little lever action fucking...
Yeah, the bolt action rifle.
Yeah, that thing is fun, dude.
It was awesome. No, it would be lever, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lever action rifle.
I thought I was fucking Arthur Morgan in Red Dead, just like...
Oh, yeah, that's 100% a cowboy gun.
Yeah,
like,
it was bitching, dude. I was like, fuck yeah, this is what we need.
Yeah, hopefully, ideally either tonight or tomorrow I'll start working on a little montage video that I made.
Hell yeah.
Because, yeah, Saturday I was going off, man. I was sipping that Monster Mango Loco, and I went absolutely loco. I got headshots that I didn't even think I was gonna get. I was just...
And you weren't even playing with me.
No, I was playing with Steven.
Yeah, you were out there trying to carry and stuff.
And and Steven, that was his first time playing the game, and I was hard carrying. Like, I was really impressed with myself, and like, I think I probably spent a good 15 minutes of that stream just saying, ow!
Yeah. You know what's effed up? Out of our little friends group that we play games with, I'm the biggest Call of Duty nerd by far.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I might have played the least amount, besides one person who didn't enjoy the Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Which... How you couldn't enjoy that makes no sense. Like, that was fun. That was about as good as Call of Duty gets.
Yeah.
For an alpha, dude. It's an alpha.
An alpha that was barely even, like, publicized.
No, it came out of nowhere, man. They didn't even talk about it. We knew the beta was coming out September 12th, and then they were like, here, boom, 2.2 alpha. Play
If
it.
you didn't tell me, if you didn't check Twitter and you didn't tell me that it was happening, I probably would have completely missed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure there would have been. You would have saw it when we signed in on PlayStation for the weekend.
Or maybe when I signed into Twitch, I'm like, what the heck? Why is Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
Because it went all the way to like maybe number 7 on Twitch.
Yeah. It never got a lot of views, but you know,
I mean,
more than Anthem.
more than Anthem, which we checked last time, had like 300 and some viewers, and like 150 of those were watching a sponsored streamer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now they're paying people to play the game. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Apex did that.
Yeah, no, but like, Apex is free.
Apex is free.
Apex is free.
Yeah.
Dude, you paid 80. No, you bought the better edition.
Dude.
You spent like $100 and something bucks.
Grand time. So I bought the special edition of Anthem that gave you like the cool black and gold armor set, and
That you wore for 2 days.
that you wear for 2 days because like it doesn't look good with your I don't even remember the name of the classes. That's how long I've played. But there's like a ninja looking character that can like triple jump.
Javelin.
Yeah, the javelin was all the suits.
Oh, that's the name of the suit.
Yeah,
Shit.
it was like a striker or something. I don't know. Regardless, who cares?
No, I can tell you the classes. Titan, Warlock, Hunter. Because it's Destiny number 2.
I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Only they got it completely wrong because EA was way too aggressive on their launch date. And like,
You trying to say it wasn't finished?
oh dude, come on. That shit wasn't even close to finish when it came out. And it's still...
What's closer to being done? Modern Warfare just releasing their alpha, or Anthem on its launch date?
Oh jeez. Modern Warfare is more of a game than Anthem ever was. It was brutal.
It's so sad.
That was brutal, man. Like,
Oh man, you almost convinced me to get it.
well, dude,
You're like, this is what I'm be playing. I'm like, fuck.
dude, I really thought that's what it was gonna be, man. Because like, we're talking about BioWare, which is one of the few gaming game design companies that actually is in Canada, but more specifically in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Right? So like, because like
never happens.
Ubisoft, I believe, is in Vancouver and Montreal, and like there's some
For sure, Montreal. I know that.
for sure Montreal.
Yeah.
But yeah, BioWare is based only in Edmonton and Austin, Texas. So you're like,
two random fucking places to be.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Austin makes sense, but like,
no, you know why? It's because the people who founded BioWare, one guy was from Edmonton and one guy was from Texas.
oh, interesting.
So that's why they have the two offices.
That's cool.
But
I respect that.
yeah, so like, just like you did, I saw the E3 trailer.
It looked good.
And it looked really good.
The game looked fun as shit. I was kind of excited.
And
I was
then,
even talking to one of our mutual friends, and I was like, fuck, should I get this game? It looks sick.
yeah, and then I got to play a little bit of the beta.
Yeah.
And like, the beta was limited and there were some bugs.
But it's also a beta.
But it's also a beta.
Yeah.
So like, okay, there was a little bit of worry because it looked almost more like a pre-alpha, because unfortunately when people played the beta, it took me almost a whole day just to get in.
Oh, Jesus.
Because the day it launched, I tried to get in, it would crash. I had to close and restart the application multiple times before I could finally get in. And then I would play one mission and then it would crash again.
Dude,
So like,
I'd have chalked it right there. I'd have been like, uninstall beta.
you know what I thought? I thought that it was so popular that the servers just couldn't handle it.
Oh my gosh, Matt, you naive little boy.
Yeah, but like,
Oh no.
I gave it such high hopes, dude. Like, really? If you talk to like March Matthew back in like,
You thought Anthem was going to be...
I thought Anthem was going to be my way of going to the top on Twitch, because
you would get in first?
It was a brand new game, so no one had any experience on it. It's not like it's Destiny because it's third person. And really, what I thought my edge was that I was an Edmonton-based streamer.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could be very active on social media, make content videos, talk to the devs on Twitter and stuff like that, basically mimic how in Destiny there's these two notorious streamers, King Gathalion and Professor Broman.
Okay.
They're like the top 2 guys for Destiny.
Okay.
And I think what sets them apart from everybody else is like their commitment to the community and being active, being active on Twitter and talking to devs and like just being very passionate about the game. I feel like if I could take that and apply that to Anthem, I would still have the edge because maybe they'd be able to recognize, oh, look at this guy who's from Edmonton.
Yeah.
Promoting the game and putting in a really good name for himself and for the game. Mm-hmm. And then if they had possibly invited me to like a reveal stream for some new content, I feel like that could have taken my stream to the top and just skyrocket. At least
probably could have, yeah.
At least within Anthem. I'm not saying I was going to be the top of Twitch, but like, I could have been in the top 5 for Anthem. At least that was my aspirations.
Yeah. And from there, who fucking knows?
And from there, who knows?
Literally,
right?
Who knows?
But like, yeah, I had so much. That game had so much potential for me, and it was just so unfortunate that EA forced them to release a game that was not ready.
It's a bummer.
Like, it was hardly a game, dude. And
because some people get turned off by Destiny because it's so fake. Like, you can be an alien and stuff like that, whereas like the Anthem, like, in a way, kind of looks like what our future could be. Obviously, you still fight aliens and shit, but like, you know, it's a, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a human in those suits, right?
It's a human in an Iron Man suit.
Yeah. So like, that's way more believable than being an exo, which is basically a robot with a personality in Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, we're so far from that, you know.
And really, Anthem was supposed to be the Destiny killer, because at that time, Destiny had a very bad rep with its community. It was, you know, it was falling under that Activision banner of like, you guys are only in it for the money. You guys are releasing trash DLCs that are like half the duration they should have been for the money that they're worth. And like, people were being like, you guys are just spitting out content for the sake of releasing content. You're not releasing quality content.
Yeah.
And they were even at the time, they were modifying the game to make it more harder to level up and earn stuff, so to force you
to play more,
to play more or go to the store and buy stuff.
Yeah.
So like, when Anthem was being released, Destiny was in that
low point in the valley,
in that low point of notoriety and people not liking the game at all.
Okay.
And so, I mean, Anthem had its opportunity. Anthem was supposed to be the Destiny killer, and all it had to do was just
was not suck.
Well, no, was just to be a little bit like Destiny, be more inviting to the Destiny players, because that was who you were going to steal from. It's not like new babies were being born who wanted to play Anthem. Okay, they're not even able to pick up a controller yet. Your audience was, you're trying to steal from Destiny, and you're maybe trying to steal from Overwatch. Yeah, but like, you were more likely trying to steal from Destiny more than anything.
3-man squads to do the missions.
3-man squads. You're in outer space. There's aliens. You shoot monsters. 3
different classes. One's magical. One's fast, and one's a brute.
You're trying to take the Destiny players, because when Destiny was booming, EA announced that they were going to make their own MMORPG.
Yeah.
So they knew that it was going to make money, and they wanted to make their own.
Yeah.
But they were missing those little things that Destiny players wanted, and I think that's what turned people off right from the beginning. Like, no social environment. You basically landed in a hub where only you could interact with NPCs.
Yeah.
And
you should be able to walk around in your human form, like customize your human form, walk around in that social area and show off your suits and shit.
Yeah. So
like,
they
invite people to your ship or whatever the fuck.
They eventually released that about 4 weeks later. And like, even then, dude, like, I tried popping in when the game launched, and it basically was as bad, if not worse, than the condition it was at the beta.
Oh my god.
They made no improvements, because they released the beta literally, if I'm not mistaken, either 2 weeks or less than the launch date.
Oh god.
And it had so many problems. People were like, "There's no way."
Bro, we just played the alpha for Modern Warfare, and it's August. The game doesn't come out till the end of October.
Yeah, you still have 2 months.
Yeah.
To fix things.
They're doing a beta at the start of September.
Yes, they're doing a beta on the 12th, so that still gives them a month and a half
to tweak just the online shit. I'm sure the rest of it's done.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Anthem was a disaster, and like it's really unfortunate because.
And it's not like BioWare's a small dev.
No, BioWare made all the Dragon Age games.
Yeah.
But the problem was, they also already had a very bad rep with Andromeda, so they're trying to fix what was going on, and like it just fucking came out worse.
I have a real idiot question to ask you.
Go ahead.
Does BioWare make BioShock?
I don't think so.
Okay. That's idiot question of the day.
No.
The names are so similar. I was like,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, you know what? Troll me on the comments if I'm completely wrong, but I think Valve, the people who own Steam,
yeah,
I think they made BioShock.
Oh.
I know they definitely made Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
But I thought they were also the ones who made BioShock.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I could be completely wrong. Yeah. If I am, please troll me in the comments. I would totally accept it.
Yeah, no, that was just my idiot question. I was like...
But,
it makes sense to me, dude. BioWare, BioShock.
You could be right. And if you are, that'd be hilarious, because I feel like that would be too easy.
That is too easy. Yeah. Now that I think about it, no, that's too easy. No, I'm
yeah.
stupid.
But yeah, no, it's a shame. And, like, what makes me sad is that more than likely, I'm really worried that the Edmonton office will probably shut down from this.
You think so?
Yeah, well, their lead dev left like 2 weeks ago.
Was that the dude from here? Or from Canada? Or did the Texas guy leave?
I think he was from Texas.
Oh, okay.
But like still,
then you
like,
might be safe.
Their main guy, who arguably was the most passionate person, I think he was there. He was the one who was always on all the streams. He was the one trying to like convince people that this is a good game.
Yeah.
And he just had enough, I think, and he just left.
Oh shit.
Because I mean, EA has said that they're going to keep putting money into this, and literally as long as FIFA keeps making them billions of dollars,
yeah, as long as you idiots keep buying packs in Ultimate Team,
yeah, they're probably going to keep spending money on trying to fix Anthem.
Yeah.
So who knows? Because here's my small sliver of hope, and like I probably won't go play it, but I would be glad if it got better because.
I mean, I still won't play it, but
well. Here's the thing: is like I was also very excited about No Man's Sky,
and
then No Man's Sky came out and it was hot garbage.
Yeah, dude, people.
But you go play No Man's Sky now, people love it. It's wicked game. It's a really cool game, and I really encourage people to go play it because it looks really cool. But that took a couple years to fix.
That's fucking so.
They basically
sad.
rebuilt the game. Anybody who was willing to pay for it day one, they took that money and built the rest of the game, which I would argue is wrong and not fair to the consumer.
But
because you promised one thing, gave them you gave them a quarter of what they asked for, and took the money from the people who initially invested in your game to make the rest of it.
Yeah, but it's a lot better than what a lot of devs would have done and just taken that money and said, "Sorry, we fucked this game up." At least they used that. They used their profits and went back and tried to give people what they actually wanted. Which I respect that part of it.
But still, man, that's like selling a guy a car, and you go see the car.
It doesn't have wheels, but you buy it anyway.
It's got no doors, it's got no hood, it's got no roof, but it's got wheels, a steering wheel, and an engine. And they
it technically drives.
So it technically drives, and they go, "Hey, in 4 months we'll get you the rest of the parts."
Yeah,
it's not fair.
No, I know, but like, there's not really refunds in video games. Like, and this is kind of the one industry where like you can't return shit for the most part. I mean, you can, but like I don't know about anybody who's watching, but I don't buy fucking physical copies of games anymore. I just download them off the store.
Yeah,
dude, you can go on your phone
and buy it
and buy the game, and then it starts installing at your house on your PlayStation.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Actually, what's really
who the fuck's going to the store?
Actually, Destiny has a very funny refund mechanic. If you buy something from the Eververse store, it shows up in your inventory, but you can't use it until you hover over it and say, I would like to use this. There's like X to open and square to refund.
Oh, wow.
But still, you don't get to use it and then refund it. If you open it, then you can't refund it.
Well, because it's like... It's kind of a form of gambling. You don't know what you're going to get, and that's part of the fun with these loot boxes and these...
Well, no, Eververse store, you know what you're buying.
Oh, you know what you're getting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can't you buy like a bundle that you don't know? Or no?
There's some crates that are like that. There's like boxes, but like... Yeah, so there is that random aspect, but you can definitely buy individual items.
Yeah, I bought in shaders off there, I think.
But like there's the...
Back in the day.
There is some boxes that are like, hey, this box has this theme, and it has the option of getting armor customizations for all the different types of armor that you own. But when you open that box, you'll only get like 2 out of the 5.
Yeah.
And it's completely random. So that's where the random aspect is.
But that's like... I'm trying to relate that to something that we had when we were younger, but like... It's like gambling for kids, dude. It's fun. It's fun for me.
You know what?
Opening those crates and just getting around.
You know what it's
shit.
like? It's like opening packs for Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like
You'd buy the 10-pack of Pokemon cards. You didn't
Pray
know.
to God you got a foiled Charizard or a shiny Charizard, whatever the...
Yeah, something with foil or something with shiny.
Yeah. And you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we had. Cards.
Cards, yeah.
Man, we're old as shit.
Well, like I used to, like growing up, I used to collect the Pokemon cards. I used to collect the Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. The Yu-Gi-Oh is huge.
Yeah.
Fuck with my Blue Eyes White Dragon, I'll kill you, son.
Dude, I still have my decks.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I still have my Blue Eyes White Dragon and my Red Eyes Black Dragon.
I have a Dragon deck. I have a Harpy deck. And I have a Yugi deck.
I never, competed. I just wanted to collect the cards. I still have Pokemon cards. I actually have a, one of the shiny Machamps. I think it's worth like $50, dude.
I have a very small collection of Pokemon cards because I gave some away to my younger cousins.
When you're of age to not play with cards anymore.
And a lot of my good cards ended up in the laundry machine.
Oh, fantastic.
Because I had a huge pack of cards in my jeans.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was probably like 9 years old maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And like my mom went into my room to grab the laundry.
Grab your jeans.
And then grab my jeans, put them in the wash. And she takes them out and...
Feels the fucking lump in your pocket?
No. They all spread all over the laundry. So there's these little green... There's these like little blue and green flecks of paper all over the laundry.
Oh my God.
And then she felt so bad. She calls me. She's like, Matt, come downstairs. And I'm thinking, oh, she wants me to kill a spider because that's my mom's thing. Oh, it's like she's scared of spiders. So if she sees a spider, she usually asks me to come and kill him. So I'm like, oh, mom probably saw a spider. So I'm coming downstairs, trying to...
all brave and shit, like, I'm gonna fuck this spider up.
All ready to beat the spider's ass. And she looks at me and she looks so like embarrassed. And
you're the one that fucked up.
And like she has like a half of Blastoise in her hand. And she's like, Matthew, were your cards in your pants? And I was like, probably. And she's like, I washed your pants and they're all destroyed.
Do you want to know something crazy? My mom, the OG of OGs, my mother.
Yes.
She was the one who told me to get a binder and put them in those plastic sleeves.
Yeah, my mom did that too.
Like, my mom knew they were going to be valuable one day. She's a wizard.
Well, you know why? Because I think they associated it with baseball cards and hockey cards, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I never played with baseball cards or hockey cards when I was a kid.
No, but like my mom...
That shit was gone.
My mom knew that stuff existed. Like, she never collected cards herself. Mm-hmm. But like, she knew that people collected cards. So she's like, oh, buy this binder with all these sleeves so that you can protect your cards.
Yeah, I have that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Pokemon cards are still in that binder. The same one from 2001.
Mine are all in a card box now.
Yeah.
So I bought a cardboard box that just fits cards.
Yeah.
And I just put them all in there. I have a small, almost the size of like a half a shoebox.
Yep. Yep.
Of cards. And like, yeah, I've kept that with me since I was 18 years old.
Shit.
Yeah. It was like the last few cards I ended up collecting. Because from junior high, I would just randomly go to the comic book store. And at that point, they were selling like valuable cards and they were still selling the packs.
Yeah, the individual cards if they were.
So if I saw something that I actually wanted, I would just go and buy it. And then...
You know what I think would be sick? I'm not even a Pokemon fan. But if you had like 1 to 150 of like the original Pokemon, because I don't give a shit about the other ones, but the original like Pokemon 1 to 150, or I guess 152 with Mew and Mewtwo, right?
Yeah. No, 151.
151. Okay.
Yep.
If like I would get like the original 151 cards framed from 1 to 151.
It's hard to find now.
No, I know, but I think
like,
that would be
literally
sick.
What it is now is like people are trying to find the first edition or the first issue.
Yeah, I don't care about that. But like if I just had the actual card,
yeah,
that'd be sick. But because I'm fucking like super OCD about my shit, if I had like they would all have to be the same. So if I had one that was foiled, like I would need to replace it with a regular one, or they would all have to be fucking foiled. Otherwise, I would freak the fuck out. I would still keep the foiled one, but just not.
But I don't think they made a foiled version of every card.
No, I don't think they did either. That's why I could not keep them framed like that. The foiled ones would have to stay somewhere else.
Yeah, I got.
Because if one card was shiny and the other ones fucking weren't, I would be like, what the fuck?
Okay, I gotta roast someone here a little bit.
Oh no.
But the reason why...
Are you gonna mention names?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I
can't wait for this shit.
I think why my desire to collect things is so tamed is because I know one guy who takes it to an extreme level that for me just makes me think it's absolutely absurd, and it's our good buddy Steven. He's obsessed with collecting certain things.
Steven's gonna be in the comments of this video, man.
But he knows. He knows, man.
Dude, he buys discs for his fucking games. Dude.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, I know, but he does do that.
I know he does that.
He's one of the few OGs that remain that needs the thing.
He could be right. Who knows? I know the future's digital.
I think we all know the future's
I think we know the future's digital.
Except you, Steve.
No, but you know what, dude? I'll defend him a little bit. I don't think it's about him being like, yo, I want a physical copy of the game. I think he just wants a decoration to like put on a bookshelf being like, I own all these games.
Yes, like the Call of Duties, I understand.
He wants to show those off. Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily about having the physical disc. I think it's about having the nice case.
Yeah,
and then displaying it, being like, yo, these are all the games I've played throughout my life.
I was for that too, until they switched to next gen. And the previous gen, they didn't have backwards compatibility right off the rip or anything.
Yeah.
Dude, my 360, which I played for... Fuck. How long do we have 360? 5 years? 6 years or some shit like that? I played 360.
I think it lasted 6 years.
Yeah. I think I had it for like 5 or 4.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
All those games are sitting in a closet because I have no clue what to do with them now. Like, I can't sell them. They're worth like a cent.
Yeah.
So like, why would I, like, yes, I could sell them for a cent and make... I probably have 150 games.
Probably, yeah.
The closet is, like, you open the one closet that we don't use in our house, dude, it's littered with Xbox 360
You just see the green cases.
It's terrifying. And I'm like... My mom's like... Can you, like, get rid of that stuff? I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah, but no, what I was going to talk about with Steven is, like, he's going to be so mad that I'm saying this. But, like, when Amiibos came out.
Those little, like, big-faced bobblehead looking things?
No, those are pop figures.
Oh.
The Amiibos were the ones that you would, figurines that you would attach to your Wii U or now your Nintendo Switch. And it would allow you to modify your game based on the figurine that you chose.
So it's like a USB drive, but it looks
pretty
like
much.
A thing?
Okay. But it looks like a statue.
Okay.
It looks like a small little figurine. Like
that's kind of cool, though.
Do I have them anymore? I might have given them away. But,
okay, no, I get what you're putting down, though.
So, like, for example, if you're playing Mario Kart and...
plug in the little Yoshi bastard.
And you took a Yoshi or like a Zelda or a Link Amiibo, touched it to your Wii U, your character would become that character.
That's kind of cool.
And then when you did that, it also unlocked like a free bike or a free customization in that game.
Yeah.
And like even now with like the Zelda Breath of the Wild, if you use the Zelda figurines, all the types of figurines that they have, each one has a unique item that it will give you in the game.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like if you drop like I think it's like Toon Link, he gives you like a chest with like a bunch of meat in it, or like a bunch of money in it, or like a sword, or like a hoodie or something.
Yeah.
And like, so I think that's
kind of cool.
It's kind of cool, but
at least you get something.
But yeah, and like Steven will take them out of the case for those specific things.
Yeah.
If that allows it. But for the most part, Steven is like a traditional collector. Keeps stuff in the case.
Yeah.
But when we went as far as to like go to Best Buy, and I think we were looking at either he got this for me or we were both going there together. It was Sonic the Hedgehog, because Sonic a year before got acquired by Nintendo. Okay. They bought it from Sega.
Yeah.
And
Sega doesn't do shit now, do they?
Sega's nothing anymore. Yeah. So
Sonic was
he's trying to he bought the Sonic amiibo, and like it was down to like 2 figurines, because he looks at all of them and tries to pick the one that looks the best. So like if the box has like a little bend in the corner, he won't take it. And
well, if you're a collector though, that's kind of what you do, right?
Sure, but like the one that kind of freaked me out, which maybe I don't understand it because I'm not that hard of a collector.
Yeah.
But he was down to 2 boxes, and he noticed that on one of the hair things of Sonic, there was a small line in one of them and not in the other. So he put the other one away and kept this one.
The one without the flaw.
The one without the small flaw that I didn't even notice because I don't care.
Oh, wow. And how small are these fucking things?
About the size of like half my phone. So like that.
And he noticed a scratch in the hair.
Dude, he's looking for it.
Oh my god, dude. Steve, you're a beast.
Hardcore.
That's insane.
Hardcore. And like, I appreciate him getting that for me, but I'm like, dude, you realize you could have got me any of them. And I've been like, yo, thank you very much. But like, I'm like, man, I can't believe you went that far into detail. So that's why.
Wait, he didn't even keep it for himself?
No, he bought it for me.
What?
Because he was trying to get me into fucking collecting amiibos.
Oh my god.
And like,
and you didn't give a fuck.
Well, no, I was like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Because I did collect some. I was collecting all the like Pokemon related ones.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I like Sonic, so he eventually got the Sonic one for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, he got me a couple. He's gotten me the like old Nintendo NES one and stuff like that. But yeah, when he started collecting pop figures, dude, I would
get like one. I'd probably get like a COD related one to put on my desk.
No, I told him I will not get any of them, because
here's the thing.
Each one of those, dude, all of them are part of a certain collection. Yeah, there's never like one of a kind for
no. Here's my thing when it comes to collecting shit, man. Like, it's not like I make a shitload of money. So if I'm gonna spend money on something, I'm spending money on something I'm gonna use. I don't buy shit that I don't use. Yeah. Like, that's why I have no problem spending like hundreds of dollars at a time when it's something I know for a fact I'm gonna use.
I mean, I'll buy stuff intentionally to decorate the house.
That's different, because like you're not like you're buying it for a purpose. Yeah. I mean, its purpose is to sit there. But like you have bare wall space, and you have a reason to cover up that bare wall space. Yeah. So you don't want your house to feel like a fucking prison.
I feel like some people, like when it comes to like collecting figurines and stuff, they go, "Well, what's the point?" But I think you have to treat. I think the way those collectors treat their figurines is like
a display.
A display.
Yeah. Which makes sense to me, but doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, people are different, obviously. That shit is not in my...
I mean, every time I go to his room, I feel like I'm in a fucking arcade because like he's got gaming shit everywhere.
Yeah, I'm a fan of gaming, and I would collect gaming shit, but I wouldn't collect gaming shit to the point where it's like not usable anymore.
Yeah.
But like obviously, there's certain things that people are into more than others. Like I love cars, but also like there's guys that collect cars.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna buy a car no matter what car it is. I'm buying it because I want to drive it.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't see myself buying a vehicle just to like park it.
No, but I know people that have done that, and like my brain like starts to short circuit and I freak out. I'm like, what are you doing? You bought this like $100,000 car that's like, sitting in a garage?
Have you seen like Jay Leno's collection?
Yeah, but he runs a TV show about his cars, which is kind of sick.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, he also has stupid money.
Yeah.
Like, to him, that's not... Like, I'm saying for me, like, I could not spend money on stuff that I'm not going to use because, like, I don't have lots of it. So, like, I'm buying shit I'm going to use. I'm buying shit I need, or I'm buying shit that I, like, really fucking want because I'm going to use it.
I'll be honest. I'm so dumb when it comes to cars. There's only one car I want, and I want to remake... I either want to do one of two things.
Is it old from a movie? Because I have those thoughts too.
Yeah, I have movie ones.
Yeah.
So like, there's two. I either want two kinds of vehicles. I want like the classic Volkswagen bus that you can use as a camper.
Oh wow. Not where I thought you were going, but okay.
Yeah.
As soon as you said classic, I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go, bro!" And then you're like, "Volkswagen." I was like,
Classic Volkswagen bus.
Okay.
That little tube bus that like you could turn into a camper and travel the world with.
Yeah.
Or
a shitty two-tone paint job.
I want to take a classic. I should stop saying classic. I want to take a like
vintage,
common style white van and completely remodel it to look like the Scooby-Doo van.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, we're completely different in the car world, my friend.
Yeah,
I want shit that goes fast and sounds gnarly.
Yeah, no, I want the
and
car.
Looks good,
I want the car that makes everybody look at it.
Well, like, yeah, but you can get that without making it the Scooby-Doo van. Bro.
Yeah, but how many people have the Scooby-Doo van?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
I would utter to say probably zero.
I would argue that there's less people who own a Scooby-Doo van than people who own a Lamborghini or a Maserati.
Yes.
Right?
But, I mean...
So, in that way, I'm one of a kind.
Yeah.
Because no one else wants to be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Dude, fair. Can you imagine getting baked in a Scooby-Doo van?
No. Because I don't even know what getting baked feels like, man.
Eating Scooby snacks that are brownies?
No, you can tell, you can do that, and then relay the message on here on how great it was.
How great it was? I got lost for 6 hours.
Yeah. And you were in the parking lot in your van.
Because, like, you know, the mentality, the dream that I've always had is for us, a group of guys, to just rent a van and just go on a road trip. That's always been one of my biggest traveling fantasies, is just to get a bunch of the boys in a van and we go on a fucking road trip and we just check shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, I understand.
Yeah.
But vans are creepy.
Well, that's why you gotta turn it into the Scooby-Doo van.
That's even creepier, bro.
No, it's not.
If you even speak to a child when you're driving that van, I'm putting you on the fucking pedophile watch list, bro.
No.
Yeah. No. I'm doing it. I'm putting you on. You're not allowed to talk to children, bro. Ever again. If you get into that van, drive it somewhere and get out, and you're not at home, you can't talk to children.
You want some Scooby snacks?
Yeah. You're going to prison. I'm not even saying you did anything. I'm saying put this man in prison.
Would it be worse if I decorated the van with a bunch of anime girls?
Would it be worse for the children part, or the reflection that people are going to have on you?
Worse for reflection.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People are going to think you're in there just feeding geese, if you know what I mean. Like, there's no reason to have that.
Dude, that pisses me off that van's such a bad rep like that.
Dude, it's a van. Dude, get a truck.
Okay, no, dude, you don't understand. Me and my cousin and my uncles went on a fucking fishing trip.
Yeah.
We drove from Edmonton all the way to Vancouver Island to go salmon fishing.
Okay.
And
in a van.
We just rented a common crew van.
Okay.
And we had a bunch, because we had a whole bunch of coolers. We had everybody's bags because we were going there for the long weekend.
Yeah.
And so it was my father, 3 of my uncles, me, and my cousin.
Yeah.
And we're driving down the road, and like you're with the people that you should talk with the most. So like the conversations in the van would just be hilarious. People beaking each other, people roasting each other.
Yeah.
People talking shit, talking stories. Mm-hmm. And it was one of the funnest road trips I've ever been on.
Yeah, you can have conversations in any vehicle, right?
Yeah, but can you fit 6 people comfortably in a truck?
Get an SUV, bro. Nothing creepy about an SUV.
Yeah, but you can't do the shit in an SUV that you can do in a van. They took picture your common SUV. Can you take a large cooler, put it in the middle of the vehicle, take a tablecloth, put it over top the cooler, pull out sausage, cheese, and bread, and start fucking having a fucking lunch on the road while your dad's trying to eat a sandwich by having his brother feed him on the other side of the seat as he's driving 120 kilometers an hour. We weren't speeding, but dude, it's the hilarity of it.
Yeah,
you cannot achieve that in an SUV.
When did this happen?
When did this happen?
When did you go on this trip?
2 years ago.
Wow. Okay, I was expecting it to be
2 years ago.
A long time ago, because everything you just described is the most unsafe.
Exactly.
I mean, it's awesome.
Exactly.
But, like, it's the most unsafe. If you do that again, you're probably gonna die.
Dude, we took empty water bottles, cut them in half.
Don't tell me you peed in them.
No, and used them as cocktail glasses. And we were drinking drinking whiskey. Not the driver. Just me.
Now, I know you're looking at the camera and saying that, but you can tell, dude, nobody's listening. You can tell me. The driver had some, huh? Oh, for sure.
I'm not gonna say who.
Oh, okay.
But they had a sip.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So, illegal. Illegal as fuck. And let me guess, when the cooler's in the middle, none of you wearing your seatbelts, are you?
There's no seatbelts in a van.
Oh, that's why he wants it, dude. I'm sorry, officer, there's no seatbelts in the van.
There's the one seatbelt that, like, loops around the entire freaking seat. Oh, and that's it, man.
God, dude. Okay. All right, dude, you can have your van fantasy, but you can't talk to children. Okay? Fair? Don't talk to kids, bro. You're a grown man. What are you gonna talk to?
But my van's not white.
Oh my god, dude. It's a van.
No.
You're gonna paint it to be the mystery machine?
Yes.
You sick fuck.
What are you talking about?
Bro.
It's Scooby-Doo. It's 90s.
Yeah,
it's nostalgia.
Dude, hey, you're in your mid-20s, bro.
I'm not in my 40s.
I don't care. You're in your mid-20s.
What's wrong with that?
And you're gonna drive the mystery machine?
Yes, because I'm a pothead.
What are you gonna do? Fucking dress like Fred next?
No, I'm gonna dress like fucking Shaggy, bro. And I'm gonna have Charlie, who's my Scooby-Doo. Charlie's gonna be like mounted over the steering wheel. My little Scooby-Doo, and we're just gonna drive around.
Okay, you know what? Great. Let's get the fuck out of this conversation now. Let's jump back to when you were talking about devs and streamers talking to devs when you're talking about Anthem.
Yeah.
Because right now, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, Charlie.
Right now, tons of streamers are talking to the Fortnite devs, and they ain't fucking listening.
No, 1 second. Charlie is going off.
Okay. Edit. Get over here, demon. But yeah, I don't think there's a single streamer alive that isn't irritated. I'm not gonna say mad. That isn't irritated. Like, obviously, some are pissed.
Yeah.
But they've all got to be fucking irritated at this point. I don't think anybody wants that stupid mech thing in there.
Yeah.
And I stopped playing Fortnite a long time ago.
So anybody who hasn't logged into the internet in the past 3 weeks, Fortnite...
it might be longer than that now.
Yeah, probably a month now.
Probably a month and a half, somewhere around there.
Fortnite released Season 10 and introduced battle mechs or
Titanfall robots into their
game.
Cartoon building game.
And they're ridiculously OP.
Yeah.
They can basically walk through anybody's builds.
Yep.
They've got heat-seeking missiles.
Yeah.
And a machine gun hand.
And they have a shield over top of the fucking person who's inside, so you can't be sniped out of it right away.
It's 2-man, so
one can shoot and one can drive.
One shoots, one drives.
Yeah.
And they're ridiculously overpowered. And
Tim the Tatman squad wiped.
I saw that video
with his monitor off.
Yeah, so he turned his monitor off and just had
turned it around and showed the camera that his monitor was off.
Yeah.
And the fucking people he was streaming with
just told
them what to do.
Yeah.
Like, okay, jump a little bit to your left. Okay, now stomp. Okay, now shoot the ground. Shoot the ground. And he squad wiped a full team of 4.
Yeah.
Bro. If that ever happens to my beloved Call of Duty, I'm running straight into the Activision HQ and getting angry. Not gonna say anything worse because I could get in trouble, but
SWAT team comes in.
Like, just going there and giving them a piece of my mind, because fuck that, dude.
Yeah, well, I find people so dumb who, like, I don't understand why people don't realize that Epic is intentionally doing that.
Yeah.
Because
people are so fucking good at Fortnite.
They're doing that for 2 reasons. One, they're trying to make it easier for new players to come in and play the game, which, I mean, who else is new by now? Newborn babies that haven't played yet?
Yeah.
It has the
people
largest...
that just turned 6 and their parents finally bought them something to play on.
It has the largest viewing on Twitch.
Ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
And like,
most consistent. It's insane.
Most consistent. It's the most popular game in the world right now.
Yeah.
Arguably.
It's the biggest thing we've seen since Minecraft.
So what new players are you looking for, homie? So like to make that, to say that,
they're probably trying to steal players away from Anthem.
Oh God, if they haven't, what else will convince them? Jesus Christ. They're gonna have to put Iron Man in there or something.
Jeez.
They even put Iron Man in there.
Did they actually? Oh yeah, no, they had the
gauntlets. Yeah. So yeah, they had the mechs, and now they got these things called junk shot, where it's a grenade that when you toss it, opens a rift and drops random trash, whether it's like a bus or sometimes a triceratops or like
that's kind of awesome,
a plane. But like that shit is so OP. Tim the Tatman experimented with it. He made a tower of 90s made out of metal all the way to the sky limit.
Yeah.
Threw a junk shot on the bottom of the tower, and a triceratops spawned at the top and went through the entire build.
I don't have a problem with that, provided the mechs were gone.
No, they're both in there now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so the mech can just walk through your fucking builds and you can't do shit. Yeah. And then you have this other thing that will destroy a 1x1 unit of fucking whatever.
Yeah.
So you have 2 things that completely prevent you from building.
Yeah. So,
which I mean, like that.
I don't know.
That's probably the biggest problem Fortnite has with new players is they don't know how to build, myself included. I could not keep up. But
well, how about this? If you're new now, too bad, so sad. Go play Minecraft.
Yeah, unfortunately,
because like
it's kind of
there. Listen, man, no, like growing up, if you were late to a game, you sucked. That's how it worked.
You had to grind.
I joined Call of Duty super late, and you know what? I was dog shit for years. I would cry and log out of MW3 because I just couldn't compete.
Wait, literally cry?
I've rage quit cried once, yes.
Oh my God. You make me sad.
Because I legit was like, I'm trying to have fun with my cousin. Like, me and Nick were trying to play it.
And I fucking can't.
And like,
I'm getting so mad.
And like, if there was 2 of us, we could handle it because we were able to coordinate a little bit. But me playing by myself, trying to get good, I'm like, this is fucking impossible because I can't even survive long enough to understand the map, to understand the weapons, because the players just don't let you catch up.
Well, no, dude. Like, when you log into an online game and you get thrown into the match, that is where, like, we go back to, like, primal shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's dog eat dog. Nobody gives a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Until BRs. BRs, people started being nice. Like, if they realized at the beginning you didn't have a gun, you're a little bit of a noob. Like, some player, like, obviously, some dudes are just, I'm gonna execute you. I'm gonna walk right up with my shotgun. You're gonna be like, please say no. I'm shooting you in the head. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I had a match where I landed one time, and I didn't find a gun. And I was like, fuck. And I ran behind a shack, and this dude found a shotgun in Fortnite and just started chasing me, like, right off the rip. He knew I didn't have shit. And I was like, well, we run the same speed. It's so early in the game, I haven't farmed any mats. I can't build to protect myself. I can't do anything. Even if I'm 15 times better than this guy, this was back when the pickaxe did 10 damage. I have to hit him 10 fucking times. He has to pump me once.
Yeah.
I am not beating this guy.
No.
So I emoted behind the building I was at, and then he just walked up to me, started emoting with me, dude, and I was like, oh, wow, dude. And then, like, it made my experience of being fucked at least kind of enjoyable, because then he spray painted, like, the stupid, like, dead guy white chalk outline on the ground.
Yeah.
And I had, like, the backflip emote where you back up, like, backflip and lie down. So I just backflipped and lied down in the white fucking chalk line, and then he killed me. And I was like, awesome, dude. Like,
also,
that shit's fun.
Also, Trent, welcome to season 2 of Fortnite.
No, that was season 4, actually.
Okay. We're
Season.
We're at season 10 now.
No, I know. But yeah, it's probably way, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit don't happen no more.
Come on, homie. It's season 10.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to play that brand new has to come in knowing
they're gonna
suck and that they're gonna suffer hard.
Bro, you're gonna shoot a guy and be like, I might kill him, and he's gonna build the fucking statue of Zeus in your face, and you're gonna be like,
also, at this point,
what the
at this point, I would argue that any new players are people who get suggested to play the game with their friends,
yeah,
and therefore will be probably playing with their friends who have been playing for a while.
Yeah, so they might have a better chance to.
So they might have a better chance of at least learning the game.
Yeah,
because their teammates might be able to carry them and let them learn how to build, let them learn how to shoot.
I wonder if there's a statistic now of people that play alone still.
There's always.
Yeah, no, but I wonder, like, I wish there was some sort of statistic that we could see, like, compared to, like, 2009, when you were jumping into COD matches solo.
You could probably tell,
compared
like,
to now.
You could probably see how many people are solo queuing versus playing squads.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot, like, there's some people for sure in duos and squads that are solo queuing with Phil on to try to make friends.
Yeah, probably.
To play the game. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a squad of 3 and you're looking for one, you put Phil on, and there's a guy who's solo, like, he's not going into squads because he's fucking ninja.
Although we never do that, because when we do put Phil in, the other guy doesn't listen to us.
Yeah, we get the idiots.
Yeah.
Bro, you're playing squads because you suck at solo.
Yeah.
And duos is the hardest thing to play. Duos is the most competitive one. Any game. In my opinion, duos is the most competitive in every single game that there is. Because it's very easy to find one friend.
I think duos is the most competitive, but also the most fun to play.
I agree. Yeah, I love duos.
Like, that's why Gunfight was so fun.
Yeah.
With the 2v2, because you can control so much.
Yeah. It's very easy to come up with a plan with one other person than try to convince 4 different personalities to try to agree to do this one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, hey, Epic. Hashtag remove the mech, bro.
Yeah, I mean, now...
Everybody's pissed, and I don't even play it, and I'm pissed.
Well, that's why everybody's playing Minecraft right now. I think that's the go-to protest game.
Yeah.
Like, last time...
It's kind of hilarious.
Last time it was Uno and Monopoly.
Yeah, board games and shit.
Yeah, and now, it's Minecraft. Like, Jack is still playing Minecraft.
Jack did. I'm pretty sure Lupo went and played Minecraft.
I saw Lupo played it.
Yeah.
Most of the
Ninja was tweeting about Minecraft. I don't know if he actually played
most
it.
of the people. Actually, I've seen a lot of the COD pros now that the season's
Now it's
over.
off season. They're trying new shit.
They're trying new shit and they're playing Minecraft with them. They have a whole server.
Oh, yeah, I saw Karma playing Minecraft with Jack.
Yeah, Karma was playing with Jack and Maven was.
I
playing
saw
with...
Scraps playing Until Dawn.
Yeah,
he got the shit scared out of him. I laughed so fucking hard, dude. That guy's fucking hilarious, man. Him and Wuskins are just sitting there.
Yeah.
And like this thing just pops out right in their face, like Jesus Christ, in their British accent, which I can't replicate at all.
No.
But yeah, they're fucking so funny, man.
But yeah, Speaking of competitive COD,
Call of Duty, we got some
news,
some info
about next year's Call of Duty esports season. So
starting with, you want to start with franchising, or you want to start with what's happening next, like the way it's happening with, or I guess it's all the same shit.
It's all part of franchising.
Yeah. My bad, dude. I'm stupid.
No worries. So starting in 2020,
for those of you that don't know.
So yeah, some people who are not familiar, this was the last Call of Duty CWL championships.
Correct.
And now all competitive Call of Duty is moving to franchising.
Yes.
So what that means is that teams are going to be city-based, assigned to cities, and will compete either in a I'm not sure if it's going to be national or like state specific, and then eventually nationals.
No, I think it's going to be, they're going to mimic the Overwatch League as best they can, and they're going to have one arena somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably LA, let's be honest.
Probably LA. They probably would just use the Overwatch arena. I mean, it's Activision.
Yeah.
Why would they go build another arena?
Yeah. Well, unless they want to spread shit out, eventually they'll have a circuit. Who knows?
Who knows? But like, so yeah, so it's going to be very similar to how Overwatch does their things, where like the franchises, or sorry, not the franchises, the orgs that you're familiar with are going to be assigned to cities, or are going to buy their spot.
They got to buy their spot.
They got to buy their spot into a city, and then, Charlie, please stop licking my arm.
For the low rumored price of
$25 million USD, with speculation that it could go as high as $40 million for a spot. And right now, only 4 have been rumored, or 4 have been announced.
I think 5 cities have been announced, but only 2 teams are like confirmed.
Yes.
If I recall correctly. What is this?
This is just my history. I'm looking up when we did this last time.
Bro, you were on the page, were you not?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, no, this one this one tells me this.
Scroll down though.
No, but this tells you about how it works, but it doesn't tell you about what the 5 teams that are announced.
Oh no, you were on the Liquidpedia.
Yes.
Or whatever it was, dude. Wikipedia. What is that?
It might be just some random thing.
It was there, dude. Wikipedia was there.
Was it?
I think so.
Here we go. So, yeah, so 5 cities have been confirmed. We have Toronto, Atlanta, Dallas, New York, and Paris.
Interesting.
Out of those 5 places...
4 North American teams and then just fucking Paris. Throw it in there.
Yeah, and I thought that was weird because I feel like Call of Duty in UK is more popular than in France. Yeah. So why Paris got confirmed before, like, London is, like, bizarre.
Makes sense. And they also did tournaments in London.
Yeah. So, like, that's really weird that got confirmed first, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then out of those 5 cities, 2 teams have already been confirmed. So Splice is going to be representing Toronto, and Team Envy is going to be representing Dallas.
Big shocker there.
Yeah.
No shock there.
Well, some people are shocked because they noticed that one, Optic Gaming is still missing.
Yeah, well,
And
we
for,
don't know what's happening with the
and
Optic
then for
Gaming thing.
LA, they don't know what's going to happen with 100 Thieves and FaZe.
Yeah.
Because they're both LA based.
Yeah.
So like, there's a huge potential that some of the biggest orgs in Call of Duty are not going to have a
They're
spot.
not going to be returning. Well, not even not having a spot. Some have, or one has confirmed that they're just not part of it, right?
Yes,
EG?
that was EG. They're not going to compete again.
Evil Geniuses has straight up said, we are not buying in.
But that was, according to the interview, they said that they don't want to participate because of their branding. They don't want to have to change their branding to be city-based.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of agree. I don't... Because like apparently in Overwatch, how it worked is that orgs in Overwatch had to become a different name. Like it was like
Dallas Fuel, Houston Outlaws, Shanghai Knights, something like that.
Shanghai Knights.
Shanghai Knights, I think so.
Okay. But the Houston Outlaws, right? And that was Optic.
That's Optic's team.
That was Optic's team.
Envy's
before.
team is Dallas Fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, that shit kind of annoys me because like, you already have an established competitive scene with established orgs, with established names and established branding.
Fan bases that
With,
have been cheering for years.
with fan bases cheering for those orgs.
Yeah.
Why go out of your way to rebrand those guys?
And not only that, if you had to pick a favorite team, what's your favorite team?
My favorite team for Call of Duty right now will probably be 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves. If 100 Thieves buys an LA slot, who's going to be your favorite team?
The LA whatever.
100 Thieves, yeah. LA's
Yeah.
team, or 100 Thieves team based out of LA. The city-based model makes no fucking sense for us.
No.
Like, it doesn't, like, we're going to cheer for who we want to cheer
It's
for
the internet.
regardless of, yeah.
It's
We're the internet. We're bigger than, you know,
It's the internet,
cities
and
we're
like
living in.
for the longest time, competitive gaming, it's no one roots for a city in competitive gaming anymore. It's you root for the best of the best, so you root for your favorite players.
This is something we didn't mention last time, because this is our second time recording this, because Matt fucked up. Just had to throw it in there. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Jabs. We didn't mention last time, but oh fuck, I had to say jab, dude, and I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's what you get for roasting me.
Son of a bitch.
We're talking about you still cheering for 100 Thieves no matter what.
Yeah.
But the LA doesn't make any sense. It's the internet. You're gonna cheer for your favorite player or your favorite team, not
Yeah.
city based. That's the Lutz trigger it?
Yes, sir. Fuck.
Oh no.
Dude, it's gone. Whatever I was just thinking is literally gone.
Tell you, man, the jab.
Oh my god.
Never say jab again.
Fuck, I feel stupid.
But yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, like the way competitive online has always worked is you're gonna cheer for your favorite.
Oh, dude, it came back to me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can you remember your shit?
No, I was intentionally saying shit to help trigger things.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Me, dude. So like gaming, we all jumped into gaming knowing we would be anonymous, knowing we weren't going to be seen. We didn't know where it was going to go, right?
Yeah.
We didn't, like, when I first started, my mom was like, make sure you don't put your real name, don't put pictures.
Oh, I remember
like,
that, yeah.
I got the whole spiel from my mom about make sure I was being safe on the internet.
Benfica 271.
Yeah, so like, yeah, my first gamer tag, like, it was my nickname, but like, probably not gonna be tracked back to me. I mean, it probably could have been, but like,
Yeah.
probably not. But like, the whole kind of cool thing about it was getting to like rebrand yourself how you wanted, kind of.
Yeah,
which leads me back to you should have picked a better fucking nickname for yourself because you fucked up, guy. Dude, Matt literally thinks someone gave Nadeshot the nickname Nadeshot. He fucking picked it himself, Matt. You imbecile.
I thought maybe when they made the team, they gave each other cool names.
No, dude. Players have literally said they opened a dictionary to a random fucking page.
But he really got the username Nadeshot?
No. He chose his differently. But I'm saying some players have literally said that they opened dictionaries to a random
Yeah, but
page.
Nadeshot is not his username. Nadeshot is his alias that he uses in competitive multiplayer.
Well, that's what was his gamer tag was.
That was his gamer tag, was Nate Shot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But so going back to what I like, you know, we all kind of signed up to be anonymous.
Yeah.
And it grew. But like the cool shit about the anonymous stuff is that like when teams would come in, you didn't have to be some bullshit fucking team. Like you could pick something really fucking cool. Like Halo had Final Boss. Dude, how sick is that? Their team name is Final Boss. Like the Final Boss. To imagine winning and you're going to the grand finals against Final Boss. You're fucked. That's a Final Boss, bro. You better beat him.
But at the same time, if you got a name like Final Boss, you better win every fucking match.
Yeah, they were pretty fucking good back in the day.
Yeah.
In Halo. They did fall off a little bit, but, you know, like, growing up, some of the sports teams' names were so stupid. Like, they're not, like... Especially if it's like a physical sport, dude, I want my team name to be, like, hulky sounding, like the fucking Spartans, or, like...
Spartans, to me, was always my favorite name for a team, because, like...
Something badass, dude.
Yeah.
Or, like, the Lions. The Tigers. Like, something aggressive, like, that puts out that, like, hardcore shit. Bro, like... The Minnesota Wild is a hockey team. And their fucking logo is a bunch of trees. How am I supposed to be a savage on a team called the Wild when our logo is a bunch of fucking trees?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, like, the Houston Outlaws, it's fucking dope. Let's be honest. It's fucking dope.
Okay, Houston Outlaws sounds fine.
It sounds cool.
Sounds good.
But it's no Optic.
But we know Optic, and we know Optic Gaming, and Optic Gaming has more of an internet history than the Outlaws.
Yes. I just think, like, I like the whole idea of, like, the anonymous, you pick what you want kind of thing. You're not thrown into being, you know, a player for the fucking Wild, or, like, a player for the Oilers. Like, you get to be whatever you want to be. Like, if you think you're a fucking badass, you can make your name fucking badass. Except you can't swear. It's profanity, but...
To me, that's just obviously Activision controlling the branding and wanting to, they probably sell the Outlaw jerseys and Outlaw stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Could be.
And that's probably all owned by Activision.
Yeah. Maybe.
So they want to control people's names so people don't have a team named like the LA Douchebags or something stupid like that, right?
Yeah, but also, they sell a game that's meant for 18 plus. Call of Duty is rated M for mature.
Yeah.
So the audience that's supposed to be consuming the game and like its content is supposed to be 18 plus. Supposed to be. I started playing Call of Duty when I was like 13, bro.
Well, I think M now is technically 16 plus.
I think you can get it, but you can't. I don't think you can buy it yourself. I think it's 17. You can buy it yourself, but I don't think you can buy it unless you have an adult present that is 18 plus or 17 plus.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to go with my mom to buy like GTA, and the store, like this person at the desk would be like, "You know this game's rated M, right? It's meant for like 18 or 17, 18-year-olds." My mom's like, "Yeah, it's cool. My 10-year-old son's gonna play."
Also, the EB Games people, shut up.
Yeah. Also, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like hey, we know.
You know this is meant for 18 plus. It's like, yeah, you realize that you scream at 12-year-olds every time you go online and play COD.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. And to go off again, dude, it's not like me. Dude, I played GTA for the first time when I was literally 8 years old. I played GTA 3 at my cousin's house.
Same here.
And guess what? I never shot up a school.
Played it at my uncle's, yeah.
I never had the impulse to fucking kill somebody in real life. And guess what? I've murdered tons of people online. I've murdered tons of people in GTA campaigns or whatever the fuck, free roam. I used to drive my car down the sidewalk because I thought it was funny.
They're not people. It's just characters that you're shooting.
Dude, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten so fucking pissed off in a game that when you left where you play the game, you held that rage and then left the building and still held that rage? And you're like, the next person I fucking see, I'm going to yell at them for no reason.
Literally, as soon as you turn off your console,
it's like I get washed away.
Everything's washed away.
Yeah.
Because and it's not like you sign back in and you're angry again.
No, bro. You just go.
It's
I'm
gone.
not playing that shit that pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm playing something else, dude. Fuck this. And it like, you know, I don't know. It feels like it literally does this, like, and all the bad shit goes away.
Yeah, I definitely don't take any anger that I get in video games and take that with me outside of this house.
No.
The most I've ever done was put a hole in that desk.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you own that shit. You're not hurting anybody but your financials.
Yeah.
At that point, like, it's your own fault.
I had to spend $10 to replace the IKEA tabletop.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the politicians literally think video games are the reason people are fucking killing people.
They don't. It's an easy scapegoat. It's to avoid the actual conversation that they're trying to have, or that they don't want to have because it's too complicated.
What, gun control in general?
They don't know what to do with the guns.
Yeah.
And like, in order to avoid that conversation, they come up with excuses. Back in the 70s, it was movies. Or actually, no, back in the 70s, it was probably music.
Yeah, drugs and music.
Drugs and music. And then in the 80s, it was television or movies. And then in the 90s, it was television. Television's too violent. Yeah. And now in the early 2000s to now, video games have been blamed multiple times.
Yeah.
It's just a scapegoat.
I know.
It's a scapegoat. It's a scapegoat to avoid the actual conversation that they need to have. And you know what, homie? I don't have the answer either.
No, I don't think anybody does. Otherwise, they would have used it already.
They're in such a complicated situation because there's so many guns out there.
Yeah.
And you can't just tell everybody to give up their guns. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. And the other solution that people say is give everybody a fucking gun. Which,
yeah.
Let's be honest, no fucking way that's going to work either.
No, because there is definitely people out there in this world who are not of the right mind and should not have a gun on them.
True.
So really, the only thing I can think of, and I don't know how you do it, but there has to be some sort of incentive that the government can issue out, that the best incentive they can come up with to suggest people give up their weapons in exchange for a reward that is equal to or greater than the value of a gun.
Yeah. But, you know, there's going to be people that, like...
There's always going to be people who refuse to let it go because of their amendments. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, that's their government. That's their right?
Yep.
So...
I don't know. It's a fucked up situation.
Yeah. I mean... I think the population is slowly growing to dislike it just because the stats for the U.S. is so ridiculous. In comparison to the rest of the world,
they're in some hot water.
That they realize that there needs to be some action, and I don't know what it's gonna take, but I hope to God it's not that everybody who owns a gun has a kid that dies in a school and then decides to let go of their gun.
Yeah, like I
really hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, bro, I have the solution. I figured it out. I've solved the Rubik's Cube that is gun control. Everybody needs to just start playing more video games and not leaving their house.
That's a fair point. As games get more popular, people will just sit at home and play games all day.
Just fucking play COD, bro. All the time. Never leave your house. Stay away from the windows and play COD.
Yeah. Because, I mean, video games are not what they used to be. Video games aren't a way that people isolate themselves from the rest of the world now. Like, no. I've been more social online than I've ever been in person.
I agree. 100%.
When in public are you having a conversation with 5 people
for 6 hours?
For 6 hours straight.
Literally never, because I would want them.
I would tell them to go home.
Yeah, I'd be like, I gotta fucking leave. Dude.
I'm like, you need to go home.
Like, there's too many people here. I can't converse with you.
Yeah.
Because, like, I want to make eye contact. I want to give you the respect you deserve when you're talking to me. Like, but when there's like 5 of us, I'm going to be like...
Yeah. Meanwhile, online, we all talk. We all know what's going on with our lives. Literally, me and you were talking this whole time. And then when I reunited with you physically in the real world when we were on the soccer team, it didn't feel like I haven't seen you in 4 years. It was like... Oh, Trent, how's it going?
Yeah, it's nice to see your face for once.
It's nice to see your face for once.
Hey, asshole, I realized you're not lying about your hair.
But
it's leaving.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't go, so how's your life been? Because we literally talked yesterday.
Yeah, we talk every fucking day, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Should we fucking go back into this?
Yeah, well, it's a fair piece. So, like, basically, let's deep dive into this
Upcoming Call of Duty Esports
2020 season. So
this is confirmed.
This is all confirmed.
This has all been actually confirmed.
This is a Reddit post, and I'll put a link in the video bio.
COD competitive subreddit.
And maybe I'll put a little snippet there of what the website looks like, just so you know what we're reading. But this is Reddit r/COD competitive, and this, I believe, came from...
The top point says it's going to start in 2020. Does that mean the first 2 months of the fucking game there's going to be nothing competitive-wise? It's going to start literally in 2020?
Yeah, well, you need to give people 2 months to play the game.
I'm pretty sure Vegas was in December last year.
Yeah?
I think so.
But it says the season starts in 2020, but...
Oh, they got to do like some sort of...
4, an open signing window for all pro players begins September 3rd. Before the game even comes out, you get to sign players. So
you're not even going to fucking know who's going to be good yet.
Yeah, you have to sign players 9 days before the beta comes out. You have to sign players already.
Okay. Well, yeah, you have to sign players to make up 5. But I'm sure there's room to bring people in later. There has to be.
So yeah, so this was posted by the official Call of Duty esports account.
Hell yeah.
So the way this works, obviously the season's going to start in 2020. Pro matches are still going to be 5v5.
5v5 return for 2020.
Versus team competition.
I mean, it played well last year, so.
Yeah, and like you told me before, apparently Black Ops 4 was the first...
Black Ops 4 was first
one to make it 5v5.
Yeah, bridging the gap between pubs and...
I argue was pretty exciting, especially to watch Hardpoint.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
It was so much more crazy.
Yeah. Shit was popping up, and Black Ops 4 is fast as fuck, so...
Yeah.
That game probably still could have been 4v4 and been a shitload of fun, but they elected to go with 5. Worked out well.
And there's no worry because it's still being played on console. And all the rules may include mid-series substitutions. Not like mid-season, mid-series, which means...
Yes, because your pro roster can now consist of the minimum.
Minimum pro roster size
7.
Is 7.
Max 10.
Max 10. So
every team's going to have 2 subs.
Every team's going to have 2 subs.
Guaranteed.
And I argue probably 3 out of the 10 are going to be specialists. Like
you're going to have like your search and destroy wizards that are sitting on the sideline avoiding the hard point or the capture the flag or whatever.
Yeah. And
then when S&D comes, they're here to be savages.
So I think that's...
Which I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're speculating, is that there's going to be specialists on teams now there already kind of is.
Yep.
But like...
They had to lose the matches they weren't good at and just dominate the ones they were good at.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like. I kind of think if you're a professional in basically almost every sport except for like football, you don't have to know how to play all sides of the game.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what made... I think for me, that's what made the Call of Duty esports so interesting, is that you had to be able to be good in S&D and
facets of the
Hardpoint
game, yeah,
and zone and control. I believe is the other game mode.
Control for last year, but there's been Blitz, Capture the Flag. They played Domination.
Basically, your team needs to be multifaceted and be able to play in all those modes. So I kind of respect that.
Yeah, because we've seen like full teams of search and destroy kids come in, dominate S&Ds, but there's 3 respawn maps in a series.
Yeah.
Good luck beating a fucking pro team who's practicing respawns when you're just good at S&D.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You could win what you're good at and never win a series. You have to learn how to play respawn.
So then
as long as for those substitutions, I hope they can't do more than like 1 in between game, because if they can do like, what I don't want to see is, Envy sign 10 players.
Yeah.
And 5 of them play the respawns and then literally swap the whole team out and the other 5 come in and play the SMDs.
So yeah, they're going to have to
They're gonna have to control that somehow.
I don't want there to be a 5-man hardpoint team and a 5-man S&D team.
No, because it's not even the same fucking team, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That would make no
They'd have
sense.
they have to put a restriction on substitutions. So either
one, maybe two.
I was thinking you do the FIFA method where it's 3 substitutions throughout the entire match.
And when you want to do them, it's up to you.
When you're gonna do them, it's up to you. Or what you were thinking is in between maps.
Every single game, you only get one.
Yeah, in between maps,
change.
you get to make one person switch.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually, yours makes a lot of sense too. Like, let's say you can switch up to 3 players, but the minute you swap 3, you can't change ever again for the rest of the series, no matter what happens. I could get down with that.
Yes.
3 might be much, but I feel like 3 is the number you would have to play with.
If with 10 players, I think you'd have to put 3 or 2.
Yeah, well, I was thinking 2, but then I was like, is that enough? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
3 might be the number.
So then there's a bunch of information here about contracts. I don't know if it's worth getting that much into because we don't really understand. I personally don't really understand it, but
we're not lawyers.
Yeah, but basically what it looks like is that all current pro players have an opportunity, because now everything is going to franchising, to basically renegotiate their contracts and be able to get bids from other orgs to counter bid with the current org that they're on.
Yeah, because they're like, some players might not have, because it says here that pro players in the league receive a minimum base salary of $50,000 US.
Yes.
There's some players that might not be making that right now.
Yeah.
So they have to renegotiate to at least get that.
To at least get the base salary. And that apparently comes with healthcare and retirement benefits.
Yeah.
The one interesting thing here is that teams are required to distribute at least 50% of their prize pool earnings.
At least 50%. Man, if your org is taking 50% of your fucking winnings, I'd be fucking furious.
I would not be surprised if people new to the pro world to be forced to have to sign at 50%
winnings. Where's my incentive to win? You're taking all my fucking money, bruh.
But I mean, look at the people who get 80% right now. They're the guys that are at the top of the org.
Yeah, but how do you get guys to the top? You need fucking winners, man. And you need to, like, incentivize people to win. Like, sure, there's going to be 1% of people that don't give a fuck about the money, that just want to win because they hate to lose. And that'll happen.
And you know what, dude? I wouldn't be surprised if the orgs give them better deals anyways.
I'm sure they will.
There's so much negative association with orgs taking more than they deserve.
FaZe and Tfue.
Yeah, between FaZe and Tfue.
Yeah.
Ninja leaving, what was the team?
Luminosity.
He was with Luminosity.
He just got too fucking big for the brand. Didn't make sense anymore.
Yeah. So, like, I don't think orgs are that dumb enough now to be like, yo, you need to give us 50% of your prize pool earnings. Because it would attack.
Maybe.
It would. You leak that to any online news website, and like they'll just
finally got the word. Hey?
Yeah. I was trying to come up with something better, but I was like, news website
outlet,
and they'll leak the shit out of that, and your org will look bad.
Yeah.
So sure. I don't.
Bro, I think like anything more, dude. Like absolute max 25%. I think the standard's probably 20. Anything more than like 20, you're probably gonna look like.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some 70-30 out there.
Like 70 to the players, 30 to the org.
Yeah,
I think that wouldn't make sense. But that's that's only 5% more than 25. But I wonder if
somebody brand new gets 70-30, and then eventually, as you stay with the org over the years, you eventually get 80-20.
I could fucks with like,
because like
them only doing individual things like that.
Only the Tfues of the world are getting like 90-10 or 95-5.
Yeah. See, but I just assume that all players under the org are getting the same prize pooling. So if the contracts are negotiated individually with prize pool
most contracts are negotiated individually. You don't release a contract for the entire team.
No, I know, but I would be quite surprised to find out that like the players on FaZe for Call of Duty aren't all making 80-20. I'd be surprised if there was one that was 70-30. or whatever, you know?
If he was new, like if it was
I would still be shocked.
if it was his first year and he signed a 1-year contract,
I'd still be shocked.
yeah.
I would be surprised.
You know what? I hope it's that case.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that it is that way.
Yeah. But so let's see here. We have and there's a lot of security here for players too, that like any player that gets dropped from the roster without cause still has to get their salary paid out.
Yeah, that's just
for the safety of the players.
the interesting thing with that, or well, not with that, but with this thing, that last bullet point said saying that 2 teams can send 2 pro players from their active roster of 10 or 7 to go compete in the Path to Pro, which is going to be the new amateur scene circuit.
Amateur scene circuit. So that you were saying that's probably so that those players can get reps and still stay active.
Yeah, because I don't think that that there's going to be teams that are going to pick up AMs as much as there's going to be pros looking for spots, like people that are already professionals.
No, but these are pros that are already on teams.
No, I know, but we only have 5 per team. They need to have 7.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is there's going to be less spots, and teams that are considered pro right now, some of them aren't going to be considered pro. So like, you're going to have like EG, we know is not competing. Yeah. So JCap, Apathy, Exotic, and
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Fuck. And some fucking can't remember.
But they're not going to be competing, so they might
accuracy.
So they might branch off and try to compete on their own.
Well, no, they're going to be free agents, and teams are going to try to pick them up.
Yeah.
So
Charlie, no.
We don't like Attach is going back to FaZe. That's already been confirmed.
Yeah.
But FaZe already has 5, so he'll be 6. So they already have a sub. But like, you know, JCap's gonna have to get signed. Like JCap's gonna get signed. Accuracy's gonna get signed. Exotic more than likely is gonna get signed. Apathy's gonna get signed. Did I miss one again?
Probably.
Exotic, Apathy, Attach, JCap.
Last one you missed last time was Accuracy, so...
What the fuck am I doing in my brain?
I don't know,
bro. I fucking know.
I had a question. So, it says here teams may send 2 pro players from their roster to compete in the Path to Pro.
Yeah.
So, is the Path to Pro gonna, like, is that gonna be teams competing in the Path to Pro, or is it gonna be individuals? Because, so then why, if teams are gonna be made up of 5, how can you send 2 players to go compete in the Path to Pro?
Because there's going to be... They're going to know amateur players that are going to have a team of 3 already, and they're going to jump in.
Is that what it's going to have to be? So are AM teams going to only be able to apply with 3 players, and then 2 pro players have to join them?
No, they'll converse outside of the fact. There'll be DMs on Twitter, some shit. The pros will the pros that aren't getting whatever, they're going to be... What will probably happen, I'll be honest, is AMs are going to form teams of 5. And then a pro is going to put out a tweet, or an org's going to put out a tweet saying, we are putting up fucking Crim6 and Karma. That'll never happen, but, you know, for the sake of what names. Crim6 and Karma to openly compete in the Path to Pro.
Yeah.
AM teams are going to drop 2 of their players to pick up 2 pros to get exposure. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be a few AMs that are gonna get shafted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's what I see a lot from this, actually, is that there's a lot of AM teams that are gonna have to split up because their whole team isn't good enough to get up.
No, unless they can find a way to fucking compete. But yeah, unfortunately, there will probably be a couple AM teams that get cut up, and some pros get inserted, and who knows, they might perform worse. But you perform worse, but you're teaming with Crim6, so your chance to get in like tens matches and stuff with Krim are going to be higher because you know him. You're teaming with him. He knows how good you are already.
Well, I just worry about the team, like the small AM teams like Singularity, where you were really impressed by their performance. And then I feel like in this scenario, maybe only 2 of them get to go, or 2 or 3 of them get to go to compete because they need the pro players to give them exposure.
Yeah.
But they worked so well as a team in the last CWL Champs that maybe they don't. Maybe their performance is obviously going to be different because they're not going to have the same team.
Yeah.
I just feel like the opportunity for a full AM team to become a pro team is definitely much slimmer now.
Oh, yeah, it's very narrow. I mean, it's been narrow for years now. There's been very few AM teams that have just come up and...
Yeah,
I think literally the last one was E United.
Yeah, well,
in Infinite Warfare.
And you were even saying that too, that like this year and probably in the previous years too, there's no opportunity for the AM team to compete against the worst pro team.
No, because I feel like they did this year they did the double tournament
open bracket
setup. Yeah.
with
so the open events had seeded pro teams put in pools, and then they had the open bracket event. But if you win the open bracket event, all you get is money.
Yeah.
If like it would make sense to me if whoever came last, or like however they could work it out and do like a relegation tournament to see if the shittiest pro team is better than the top AM team at that time. Because like Mind Freak did extremely well in the open bracket. They won one, they came second another time. I mean, they got bopped out a little bit later, but like they should have had a chance to play against like one of the worst teams at the time, like an Elevate early on, like they weren't very good, or like like one of those teams, because you really never know, especially like, you know, people learn the game, people get better at the game as the year goes on. Like 100 Thieves started out dog shit and then became the best team in the fucking game beside the United.
And like you're saying, like how like the only time they actually got to compete directly with the pros was at the championship.
At Champs of all fucking, and Champs was lit.
Yeah.
Champs was sick. Why the other tournaments weren't structured anything like that makes no sense. Charlie, you're gonna fall down, buddy. It makes no sense.
I think the lesson learned from that is should have been the AM teams getting more opportunity to compete against the pro teams. Because at the end of the day, let's just say hypothetically, we're talking about basketball, and like you have your like notorious Michael Jordan playing on a team, and you have LeBron James on an AM team, but they're not allowed to compete against each other because AMs and pros have to compete separately.
Yep.
Don't you want to see Michael Jordan compete against LeBron James?
As a fan of competition in general and a person who likes to compete, I want to see, like, if I'm competing, I want to play the best there is, because I want to know where I stand against the best there is. And like, I want, as a fan of competition, anything competitive, I want to see the best play the best. I don't give a shit if the team that's the best isn't even a pro team.
Yeah. Because
like we saw at Champs, all the fucking upsets.
Well, because like the Call of Duty model, you can't treat it like regular sports, where like the way it works in regular sports is the amateur teams are basically farm teams where scouts get
for the pros,
where the scouts that are either the coaches or people familiar with the sport watch these amateurs and go, okay, we're gonna draft this kid, we're gonna draft that kid. I don't think amps in Call of Duty are being treated that way.
No,
I think they're just treated as like, oh, that's just an amateur team.
That's an AM team. Maybe they'll get here one day.
Yeah. But how?
I don't fucking know. Otherwise, I'd be a fucking pro.
Because, like, you had teams like Boys, which eventually changed their name, and, like, Total War that were destroying.
Team War, but yeah.
Team War. They eliminated some pro teams.
Yeah.
Like, the way Gen G performed, Fucking Gen G should have their spot taken away.
They're not a pro team at that point.
You put Team War where they were.
Yeah.
Like their Team War is the new pro team. Gen G, better luck next year, homie.
Yeah. See, like what I think should happen is after a performance like that, because Gen G they were the second best team, so like them falling off was a huge surprise. But like because they got eliminated so early, if there was like another tournament or something, they should have to prove that they're better than that other fucking team.
Yeah.
There should be like a high stakes play down match where the shitty pro team has to play the top AM team after a proven event where you play, like if a pro played bad and AM played good. We need to know, because we're like,
listen, if
we're gonna fucking swap them.
Here's my argument. If you're not gonna have a regular draft for AM players to join pro teams, then you know what? AM teams and pro teams are on the same level, and how you do it is at the regular events, the worst pro team goes against the best AM team. If the AM team wins, they take their spot.
100%.
And then eventually
there should be something like that.
And then eventually in champs, when you have 1 to 32, however that ends up finishing, that's your new roster for next year. So Gen G, in my world, would be in 32. They'd be competing on the fucking AMs again.
Yeah.
Until they got to the top of the AMs and took out someone who was the shittiest
you'd probably have to do a full season kind of thing, because everybody has bad games, bad tournaments, or whatever, you know? So you can't base everything off of one performance.
Then maybe base it off the points
they accumulate over the year.
They accumulate over the year.
But then, yeah, with that being said, the AMs need somewhere to compete.
But still, Gen G probably would have ended up in like 6th versus...
Well, 2. Because they would have been 2 the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think, like, if you're not going to draft amateur players on a consistent, regular...
Well, this is the first time we've ever had a chance to substitute. So, like, there was no point to get players. You wanted 5, and you only wanted to compete with 5 because you don't want other players getting used to playing with other people.
Yeah.
You want your team to be as good playing with those core guys as they can be, because you need to basically become family. You need to know everything about that person to know what they're gonna like. You basically got to have like that bond where you don't need to talk.
If the org can afford to pay more than 5 players,
yeah, but they never needed to. So why would they? Why would they waste that?
Why would they need to now? If their financial system is based on only having 5 employees, why they
have 7?
Why they? Oh, the minimum was 7.
The minimum 7, so they need to have 2 more now. That's what I'm saying. This is the first year where, like, you could see a huge influx of amateur players coming in. In my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen. I think pro players are going to get picked off of teams that aren't buying into the league, and those are going to end up being the bench players.
I think just based on the team size in Call of Duty and the amount of pro teams that you're going to have that are city-based, it's not fair for AMs to compete on an individual basis. An amateur team should just be the full team and be able to take on any other team, because that's the only way you're going to get an AM team become a pro. Because eventually, I say within the end of this year, those teams are going to be full, and they're probably going to be full for the next 3 years.
10 fucking years, dude.
Yeah.
We don't know what the shelf life is of video game players. People like laugh and say it's 25. We don't fucking know, dude. Clay was 26. He just won a world championship. Or 25.
Yeah.
He's won a world championship.
And it's not like hockey where you need 3 sets of teams because people get tired after 3 minutes.
Yeah. No, you're playing fucking games.
Yeah.
Like, it's sure, it's mentally tasking, but like, you know, you like, that's part of the strategy. If you can hold your concentration longer, you should be rewarded for that.
I think the way the model should have been is the beginning is correct. Make the amateurs compete on online tournaments and eventually get invited to compete in an open tournament.
Yes.
And then
but after the placing of the open tournament, there should be some sort of way to interject them to maybe see if they can be professional.
Yeah.
But there's never been anything like that.
No.
Even last year. Because, like, what I actually thought was whoever won the open bracket was going to get a spot in pools. That made sense in my head. But then I was like, if they get a spot in pools, they need to replace somebody. How do they go about replacing that team, and how do they choose which team is getting replaced in the next open event?
I think our model of the worst of the pros going against the best of the AMs is the most fair.
Are you able to timestamp this and edit? Because I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, we can pause it right here, and then we'll be right back.
Dude, I have to pee so bad.
Yeah.
This has never happened before. I blame you. Yeah, sorry, I had to pee so bad. That's never happened before. I had to pee so bad. I mean, that happens after, but...
By the way, I saw Blade Runner 2049. It's on Netflix now.
What?
Blade Runner 2049. The remake of Blade Runner.
What's Blade Runner?
Blade Runner? Like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Never seen it. Never seen it, bro.
Okay. We'll talk about
it.
So let's keep diving into this Reddit post here. So let me see, current esports players. Yeah. So this point here is just talking about more contracts and what their rights are, and basically be able to go to other orgs and negotiate their contracts right now. Basically, everybody's contract is open. Yeah. And they're going to get a new contract.
They're going to get competing offers from other orgs, and then their current org gets to match or beat it.
So we've been talking a lot about the path to pro here. So the only details we've been given so far is just a statement here on the Reddit post, which is, we recognize the importance of a thriving path to pro competitive scene in Call of Duty esports, which has continued to garner strong participation and prizing each year. Going forward, we will support and administer extensive amateur competitions, both online and via open bracket tourneys in cities around the world with dedicated prize pools. More details about the path to pro system will follow and will be shared in the next upcoming months. The future of the esports is bright and builds a strong legacy of competitive excellence. We're committed to supporting our incredible player community.
Team fans and partners in the next chapter.
So
I'm definitely excited to hear what else they're gonna.
I want to see a more detailed path to pro, especially when you're calling it the path to pro.
Yeah,
it should be very structured. It should be like,
yes, I agree.
It should be like amateur teams compete in online competitions. The top 5 of the online competitions get invited to the open bracket tournaments.
It'll probably be 8 or 16.
Well,
they have to structure it like that,
but
so they can tier into.
But aren't they already going to pick the amateur teams that already exist, or do amateur teams have to compete every year?
You're an AM team until you're a pro team. So everybody that's considered amateur, who's not going to be bought in, because I mean this year, doesn't matter who's considered pro. Whoever buys a spot, that's your pro team. You're going to buy pro players. You're going to buy the players you want to represent you as a pro. So there might be some big name pros that literally don't. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
But there could be potentially big name pro players that end up becoming amateurs because they won't technically be on a pro team.
Yeah, I mean, 100 Thieves has said that they're gonna try, because I mean, like they already have a pro team with League of Legends, and League of Legends is already franchise based.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the capacity to fund a franchise based team. And I mean, they got that big sponsorship from Drake, right?
Yeah, well, he's a co-owner now.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Some sort of thing like that.
He might be able to afford the 25 mil to drop a spot in LA.
He might be able to afford 25 mil, bro.
If he wants to.
Of course he can afford 25 mil. It's Drake.
Okay, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just being modest here.
100 Thieves could get the money. There's no doubt about that. But
like, who's FaZe's biggest funder?
They probably have some sort of capital investment group.
Lil Dicky.
He signed, or no? Who signed with them? Was it Lil Dicky or no Lil Yachty? Someone is legitimately signed to them. That's a rapper.
I don't think it's Lil Dicky, because Lil Dicky's doing.
I think it might be Lil Yachty then.
Might be Lil Yachty,
or something like that.
Lil Dicky is literally doing like a party for 100 Thieves.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little excited. I want to know more about the path to pro, which we will get, obviously, because they said we'll get it.
Yeah.
But if those events are going to be streamed, those are going to be fucking wild.
Well, because those are going to be fucking
all AM teams hungry
desperate,
as fuck.
Desperate to get into.
It's going to be like champs without the domination of the pros.
Yeah.
So like all that crazy shit that was happening, you're going to see that, but it's going to be like, some of it's going to be a little bit unstructured because they're all going to be like maybe not as polished as the pro team's going to be.
Yeah.
But like some games have the potential to be like the highlight reel, scrappy back and forth, just like college sports in the States.
Yeah, a lot of college sports is more interesting to watch than
college football
pro.
is almost bigger than the NFL. It's not, but like it's big as shit. People love that amateur stuff.
Well, you know why? Is because exactly like you said, the college players are trying to become pros.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you would think it's not that big of a deal, but I think there is a small factor of pro players that like once they get into pros, they don't care. They go, I made it.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing that pisses me off about regular sports, dude. You never get to see the best play the best, because on some days the best don't play like they're the best.
No.
They just take the day off and fucking do whatever. And I'm just like, fuck. I want to see like if I'm going to see Michael Jordan play, I want to see Michael Jordan play.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Michael Jordan on the court. I want to see him fucking be him. Which he said that's what he's tried, like that's what he tried to do in his career. Yeah. He said there's like some 10-year-old kid in the fucking crowd that he begged his parents to buy him a ticket, so he could see Jordan be Jordan, not some guy take a day off. Which meant like props to that fucking dude, because
I mean that is a sad reality now. Is I think some players do intentionally hold back because they make so much money.
They don't want to hurt themselves or whatever the reason is.
I've argued that like hockey, like contracts, like especially in hockey, I've made the argument before, but it's obviously never going to go because players would never agree to it. But I feel like contracts should never be more than a year, and I think your money should be adjusted
to your performance in the year.
Your performance in the year.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, if you underperformed, guess what? You're getting paid less next year.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
There should be more consequence to you being lazy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, as much as you're an athlete, you're also a fucking entertainer. People pay tickets to watch you perform.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to perform, people are going to fucking call you out.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that shit doesn't happen in COD. I mean, like, there's people that have underperformed, but, like, those motherfuckers try all the time. Yeah. There's not people that, like, I'm not going to show up. I mean, it happens. You get the wake-up call, and then you go, oh, fuck. But you have, like, because you play multiple maps, there might be a pro team that takes an AM team lightly, loses the first hard point, and they're like, oh, shit. This team is not as bad as we thought.
Yeah.
We need to step and then they beat them 3-1 or 3-2. And then you're like, okay, here we go.
Or the pro team struggles against the AM team for all 5 rounds.
And you're like...
And...
Gen G, what the fuck's going on?
And loses at the very end.
Yeah.
And then goes and plays another AM team.
Gets 3-0'd.
And gets bullied.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm as Nate would say, cautiously optimistic, but I'm not cautiously optimistic. I am kind of on the other side, where I am hopefully terrified.
Hopefully terrified.
Hopefully terrified. I'm hopeful because a lot of the stuff sounds nice, but I'm terrified of us taking something apart that wasn't broken.
Yeah.
Like, Call of Duty could have adjusted small things to make it what I think would be perfect. And it wouldn't have taken much.
The problem is, like, as much as I understand the methodology of, like, taking Overwatch's league and applying it to Call of Duty, I understand that mentality.
Yep.
But Call of Duty, the way it runs is so much different than Overwatch. People have been playing the same Overwatch game this whole time.
That's the argument we made last podcast, which Matt fucked up and didn't record.
It was recorded. It just got corrupted.
I was waiting for a reaction from you, but you're like, well, no, he's right.
Yeah.
It didn't record.
But, yeah, like, they're not playing Overwatch 4.
No.
They're playing the same Overwatch.
1. Yeah, and we're talking about that traditional sports.
If Call of Duty expects to continue this new game every year model, that's going to really be hard to maintain a franchise-based
Well, yeah, because scouts that are scouting young talent... You're going to come in and see Simp this year and go, holy fuck, we just found the next LeBron James of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And who fucking knows what happens next year? Simp could be a completely average player. Not taking shots, Simp, I fucking love you, but like...
Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare are going to perform very different.
Yeah, they're completely different games.
Yeah.
With this, like, they're a similar mechanic, but It'd be like fucking playing baseball, and then instead of catching with a fucking mitt, you're catching with a fucking golf glove, where it's just some fucking shitty little leather.
Yeah. I was like,
thing.
hey, next year, this time we're gonna make the baseball bat
Square.
10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, and fucking players are like, I've never swung a bat that's way heavier.
Oh, by the way, we're not gonna play on a diamond anymore. We're gonna play on a hexagon.
Yeah. There's gonna be 6 bases.
Because
3 is not fun.
That's how much Call of Duty changes every year.
Yeah.
Even though people be like, "Oh, it's the same fucking game every year."
Yeah, it's not.
It's the small little things that they change that make pros completely 180 in terms of how good they are.
Potentially. There's some pros that fucking props to them, the adaptability of some of these pros, but like there's some people that struggle switching titles.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that fucking thrive that are just always good. And you're just like, fuck me, that guy is so good at these fucking games. Like,
yeah, like there's always going to be those, but like it's those outliers that are really good at that game that you want to see them play that game because they're probably the best at that game.
Simp was at the end of the year was the best individual performer in Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Not in Call of Duty. In Black Ops 4. That is more than, like, the percentage that Simp is the best player at Modern Warfare is so small. And again, Simp, I fucking love you. I'm not talking shit, but like,
yeah,
it's a completely different game. I'm sure Simp's gonna be a beast. Is he gonna be the best? Probably not.
I mean,
he's probably still gonna be a top player.
Prime example, like you said, Kenny from 100 Thieves was probably arguably the #1 player in World War II.
He was so good. He was so fucking good. He won MVP of the year.
Yeah.
TK won the first 2 tournaments. He played disgusting. And TK won the second last tournament and then came second at Champs. So they had 3 first places and a second place in 6 events. They struggled in those 2 in the middle, but
yeah. And then this time, Kenny ends up #2, or at least his team ends up #2.
Yeah,
but he still wasn't the best Black Ops 4 player.
No, he probably wasn't even the best on his team.
He was still very good.
Yeah, he was very good at Call of Duty, but
he wasn't the best Black Ops 4 player.
Priesta outperformed him on 100 Thieves 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Slasher stepped up in the middle of the year, and he was performing great. Octane stepped up in the middle of the year, was performing great. Enable came in fucking clutch at Champs, dude. And, you know, like, I mean, Kenny played fucking great, but we're not going to talk about him as much. Because he wasn't like Simp on E United was outstanding. You cannot talk about E United's victories without mentioning Simp's name at all.
Yeah.
He had a huge hand in every map win. Back-to-back tournament wins, back-to-back tournament MVPs.
Exactly. So, like, to that point, when you have a game that changes every year, you're pro.
How do you scout?
How do you scout? I love how they have to pick players on the 3rd before the game has even come out yet.
You gonna go off their fucking 2v2 gunfight beta or alpha testing and say, "Oh wow, dude, fucking Kenny got shit on."
But also, that wasn't all pros. That was streamers.
No, I'm saying this past weekend, like this weekend.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Are they just watching their streams going, "Oh fuck, Kenny's gonna be nasty at the game because he played well in the alpha"?
I guess so, but like, fuck, man, alpha to launch.
That's what I'm saying.
They're basically totally different.
They're basically taking players off of their previous performances in Call of Duty and the size of their personal brand. How big of a name they are.
I don't think any new people are going to be drafted. Basically, right now,
the only way
Activision is probably going to be like, okay, here's all the cities we're going to have teams start buying.
Yep.
And then the top 16 pros, if there's less than 16 cities, will compete for the spots. And then that's your new pro league.
Well, what's going to happen is obviously like the orgs that buy in, they're probably keeping their roster.
Yes.
And buying a couple additional pieces. But what's probably going to end up happening is I lost my train of thought again.
No, I think what's going to end up happening is if there's not 16, there's got to be 16 cities because you need 16, 8, 4, 2.
Yeah.
So there's more than likely there's going to be 16 cities that are going to get teams. Mm-hmm. Not all of them are going to be in the US. There's probably going to be London. There's probably going to be maybe a Japan one. Who knows?
Well, I doubt it, but yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I found my train of thought again. Props to me. What I think is going to end up happening is the only way a new player who has not been on the scene at all gets in is if he's vouched for by a pro.
Yeah.
Like if the current Optic roster sticks together, like with Scump and fucking TJ Dashy, Krim Karma, and that's it.
Or he has to go through the path to pro.
Well, no, what's going to happen? Well, because they need 7, so they need to sign 2 more.
Yeah.
If they can't get pros that they already want that are going to be farmed out, like JCap or Accuracy or whoever, Krim might have played a 10s match with fucking Kleenex, one of the fucking AM players that played well at Champs, and goes, you know what, this kid's fucking disgusting. We should take a chance on him.
His name is Kleenex?
His name is Kleenex, yes.
Fuck, that's
Clean X.
Oh, I think
not like the brand Kleenex.
Not like the tissues?
No. Like Clean X.
I should change my name to the Kleenex tissues.
Yeah, and then get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only way I see a team ending up with... That happened this year, too.
Yeah.
Because we went from 4 to 5. So some teams were left without being able to pick up a pro, and we're like, oh, fuck. We kind of need to jump and grab an M. And then some pros were like, yo, this fucking M is disgusting. Pick him up. Asim and Celium, both on FaZe. Both brand new to the league this year.
Actually, I would not be surprised. Assuming, which is probably a strong assumption, that they're going to have 16 cities. Because they need a 6 and 7, all the pro players that are currently on AM teams are going to get drafted to be the 5 and 6 on the surviving pro teams.
Yep.
And then from there, if there's anybody who said like they don't want to play it anymore, or they decide to retire, then from there they're gonna pick the best of the AM teams from last year.
I don't even think they'll pick the best AM players. I think they're gonna wait for input from the roster, that like the current roster.
But they have to get 7. So if you don't have 7, you're gonna pick the best of the AM.
But then
AM
you're
players.
probably the org's probably just gonna ask. Like if Optic only has 6, they're gonna be like, "Hey, Krim, who do you think we should grab as a 7th?"
Yeah.
And then Krim's gonna be like, "Fuck, who's available?" And he'll get a list, and he'll go, "I've played with this fucking kid before. He's nasty. Pick him up."
Yeah, probably.
That's the way the AMs are gonna break through.
Yeah.
And the sad part is that AM player's on a fucking team already. He's on an AM team ready to compete. He doesn't know he's gonna be picked, and then fucking Krim's gonna like DM him on Twitter and be like, "Want to be in Optic?" How the fuck are you gonna say no? Nobody's gonna say no.
Anybody who says no, I would smack them.
Stupid if you said fucking no.
Yeah.
If Krim said, "Hey, I saw you play disgusting in World League one time on somebody else's stream because you don't stream," and somehow was like, "Do you want to join up?" I would literally reply back yes before he finished typing. Dude, and I would call my boss and quit on the spot.
Dude, if
leave.
If I made Team Kleenex and I drafted you and 3 other guys, and we're about to compete, and Optic Gaming goes, "Hey, we see your buddy Trent on your streams and he's fucking nasty.
We want him. You would be a shitty friend to hold you back. You'd be a piece of shit." I'm
gonna be like, first off, you should read the bio of my YouTube videos because his Twitter's there.
Yeah, reach out to him
Reach out to him. But... Don't make me feel like a fucking shitty guy.
Yeah. Thanks. But also, yes.
Also, thanks for letting me know that you're not interested in me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
He accepts. I'll let him know after, but yes, he accepts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go down if that goes down at all. But who knows?
What's the matter?
However, Envy, I'm just reading one of those comments. It says, however, Envy already announced that they will require all their players to play. So if you want to play for Envy, you're moving to Dallas. And they have housing there.
Who said that?
The second one.
Oh.
By these rules, however, Envy already announced that they require all of their players to play in their facilities.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm sure Envy has a facility. 100 Thieves already built their massive facility. They're gonna want.
I think that's under construction. I don't think it's built yet, but yeah.
They're gonna. You should look at the latest 100 Thieves video.
Oh, they're close.
I think they're already working in there.
Holy shit! That didn't take long.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So yeah, like. These larger orgs are already building facilities, so yeah, they're gonna want their players to move there. And in the contracts, it said you either provide housing or you provide some sort of financing to support housing.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're not going to do any of that, you have to show the league that you're helping the player either find an apartment he can afford.
Yeah.
Like, you have to show the initiative that you're not just throwing your fucking teammate or your players under the bus. Yeah.
Let's see here. Genji. Steven from Genji says the rules may include mid-series substitutions. S&D stars must be delighted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like...
Because that's what's going to happen. If the series structure stays the same with S&D being game 2 and 5, you're going to see subs after game 1 and subs after game 4.
I've actually seen this name a lot mentioned on Twitter. And so, like, Methods is going to be fucking fire. Like,
he kind of is getting tossed around.
Yeah.
He was on Optic in World War II. Before that, he was on Rise. Rise got rid of him to pick up Gunless?
Yeah.
I think. And then ended up playing on Optic. That didn't go well. And then he ended up on another team, and then he ended up on UAU.
Sundry says your teams are now stacked, S&D teams and respawn teams. I really don't think that's going to be the case.
No, yeah, I think that guy's a little bit of a fool.
Yeah.
Because they have to limit the amount of substituting you can do. There has to be a limit. If you can full team swap, I don't want to say it, but I'm not even gonna. I mean, I'm gonna fucking watch, but I'm not gonna be pleased.
No, I mean,
be fucking annoyed.
I feel like that would be degrading the competition that they had from last year, because last year pro players had to be able to survive in S&D and in respawn.
Yeah.
So to lower the caliber of pro by being like, now you only need to specialize in hardpoint.
Yeah.
That to me degrades the value of being a pro.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're a pro player, especially in a game, you should be able to do everything.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron James has to play offense and defense.
With the exception of literally just football, you have to fucking do everything.
Yeah.
In soccer, attackers primarily attack, but if they're winning a game and there's only fucking 2 minutes left, they're getting their ass back and playing defense because they're trying to win the game. You're not fucking subbing, you might sub 1 or 2 players that are on the attack to play more defensive and put more defensive-minded people in your soccer game.
And also, to that argument, for football, offense and defense, you only know the best of the offense and the best of the the defense.
Well, it's 40 fucking players.
You don't even know the other guys in between. No. You know the best D-back. You know the best wide receiver. You know the best quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
it's very rare you know fucking everybody.
It's very rare.
Teams of 40.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So.
That's insane.
Overall, like we both said, I'm hopelessly terrified.
I'm hopelessly terrified.
Yeah.
I'm
hopefully terrified.
Because, I'm scared shitless because I don't want them to fucking ruin my baby.
Yeah. Either they know what they're doing and this will all work out very nicely, or
that's the hopefully part.
Or this first year of franchising could be a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
And then next year they'd have to modify it a lot.
Man, they could have literally just hired Adam Apicella from MLG and been like, "Hey, how should we run this shit?"
Dude, if I would have seen that on Twitter, being like, "Hey, we recently required him from MLG. He's now going to work with us exclusively to help run this Call of Duty franchising."
MLG would die, dude. Adam Apicella's the backbone of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Maybe even buy them out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Activision bought MLG? I'd imagine they have the capacity to.
It's Activision Blizzard, dude.
Yeah.
They literally print money.
Yeah. So, they could buy MLG and then use the brand MLG for all their major leagues.
Yeah. True.
MLG, its logo looks like a fucking ESPN.
Not anymore, dude. They rebranded. They fucked up so bad.
Why did they do that?
I don't know, dude. If you have any of the, I want to buy the old MLG merch. It looked so sick.
The old MLG logo looks sick.
Yeah, the fucking controller in the blue and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Why?
I don't fucking know, dude. Go look at their new shit. Yeah, that's dope. I would buy that shit and wear a fucking hoodie with that on it. It looks unreal. Look at that fucking shitty one that someone drew. Oh my god. That black one?
This one?
No, down. Like
This
the one with the arrow? Yeah. That's how it looks now.
That's what it is now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
I agree. How much better did it look before, dude?
It looked like
It looks so official.
it looks like an official sport.
Yeah, it's sick. Bro, that old school just MLG with the blue, the red and white. Fuck,
With
that's
the red,
unreal.
with the red, white, and blue.
Yeah. I'm American in here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, all major sports are
Have that.
played in the U.S. So that's the reality.
Well, no, and all the fucking logos look like that.
Yeah, and all the logos look at that. Baseball, football,
Yeah. It says
Yeah.
NFL with the red and blue background. Yeah.
they all look like that. Why you fuck it up?
Yeah, I think baseball has it, right?
Yeah,
Basketball 100% has it. Soccer doesn't have shit because they don't care.
yeah. It's like there's certain companies out there that I'm like, why the fuck did you change your branding? Like Second
know,
Cup
dude.
became Second Cup Coffee Co. or some shit like that. Like they expanded their name. I'm like, why make your name more complicated?
I think maybe people were fucking not knowing what they were doing. Second cup of what?
It's coffee, homie.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
It'd be like if Starbucks changed their name to Bucks.
That's kind of awesome, though.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know.
Or like, to be honest, like imagine if McDonald's said, you know what? We're rebranding. Now we're just calling ourselves McD's.
Don't just not,
Like, what's the point?
No, keeping it like their name's still MLG. What if they changed the Golden Arches logo to just something else? You'd be like, what the fuck, bitch? McDonald's. I know McDonald's because of this.
Yeah.
Or like if fucking Wendy's
What if it
stopped having the chick?
If it would a pointy M instead of an arch?
Yeah, people would freak
You'd
the
be
fuck
like,
out.
what the fuck did you
Yeah.
just do?
Or if Burger King got rid of the king and just made some fucking lion or some shit. Technically still king of the jungle, but it's a lion now. You'd be like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Or if McDonald's didn't have like the fucking creepy clown guy, Ronald McDonald. That's
That,
creepy, but
how that guy hasn't gone to jail, I'm just fucking shocked.
oh, I'm pretty sure he is. That's why we don't see him much now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Rebranding makes sense to me if like the company was bought out and it's struggling to grow. But like MLG was killing it, dude. Or, I mean, to my knowledge, killing it.
Like if UFC rebranded to like National Fighting Championships, they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, people don't
Yeah.
like people don't even know that it's MMA. They just call it UFC.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you fight UFC? Well, no. I fucking train MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think we've said our piece here.
Yeah. For the second time because Matt fucked up at the recording from last time.
Yeah, and I mean, we were worried that we were gonna say it a lot faster, but I think we still kept our pace.
You know, I think we did all right. I mean, I don't fucking remember what happened on the last one. I already forgot.
No, I kind of remember some of the conversations that we had.
Yeah.
A lot of the conversations that we had
At the beginning.
at the end, you brought up right in the beginning.
Well, I figured it'd be better structure-wise.
So, but yeah, no. Otherwise, I think everything else is good. Do you have any other
That has been episode 4.5
4.5,
of Random Nades.
4.5?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts? Any other games you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, like,
Excited to play the beta.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the beta, and actually, for me personally, September is going to be a pretty huge month because we have. I'm also a huge fan of Destiny, so
Oh yeah.
I have Shadowkeep coming out on the 1st,
Yeah.
and so me and Steven have been trying to grind that out and get prepped for that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm looking forward to the future of both those games, especially COD. I think I was very impressed by my performance in the alpha.
You're better than I thought you were gonna be. Props to you, sir.
And so I'm very interested to see how well I perform in the other game modes.
Yeah.
So
Gotta get that practice in, dog.
yeah.
Get them reps in.
So until then, thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Streaming tomorrow?
No, Wednesday.
Stream Wednesday.
Tomorrow I gotta focus on trying to edit the montage video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to release that. I think it's gonna be really funny. I downloaded a whole bunch of like sound bites. Like, if you ever heard of the editor, I think it's either pronounced Grumbe or Grimbe. He basically takes popular Fortnite streamers and over edits their clips.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Christ.
they're just hilarious. So I want to try to make like a more condensed, a less extreme version of that.
Yep.
But like, I'm trying to make it as funny as possible. So
yeah,
like,
dude.
so look forward to that. That's going to be on my YouTube channel, which is DS Matthew Vids. But
I'll post it on mine, so
yeah, well,
maybe one day.
Maybe one day we'll get you.
One day.
I really do want you to get set up so that we can do like a squad stream.
Yeah.
Where people can watch both our perspectives.
Yeah.
Because there is times where, like, if you and I are both alive and you get a sick kill, I want our fans to be able to see that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is the odd time that you are posting stuff on Twitter, on your own Twitter. So.
Once every 5 months.
Yeah.
Check them clips out.
Yeah,
TF Cranium.
We'll eventually get more active, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But, yeah, until then, thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Episode 4.5.
Technically again.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by twice.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Random Nades Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So, Trent.
Yeah.
This is the part where you do the outro video.
Okay. What am I doing?
So you need to point down here.
Check out the video in the middle. Links. Click them.
All right, are you gonna dance?
No. I'm not gonna fucking dance. That's a wrap. Isn't that it?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.